Sway, tire, and exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Hi, this is Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. If you've got someone on your holiday shopping list that loves Culver's, I've got a great deal for you. Stop in and pick up a $30 Culver's gift card, and I'll give you a Culver's value basket for free. As the name implies, the gift card makes a great gift, and you can keep the value basket for yourself or give that away too. It's up to you. Buy a $30 gift card and get a free value basket this holiday season at Culver's in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
It's officially the holiday season. Whether your preference is 25,000 imported Italian twinkle lights or traditional candles in the window, Pella Cooperative Electric wants you to be safe this holiday decorating season. Light strands need to be checked for bad cords and broken plugs. If you have a frayed cord, throw it away and don't risk it. Keeping you safe this holiday season, we are Pella Cooperative Electric.
And we welcome you to the Downey Tire Pros Radio pregame show. Locally owned Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. He's Andrew Schneider. I'm Andrew Swadner. Thank you for joining us on KNIA-KRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola versus Pella, a classic Little Hawkeye Conference matchup. These two teams, whenever they meet up, it seems to go down to the wire. I took a look at it, Andrew. Last 7 matchups, no game has been decided by more than 7 points. 3 have gone to overtime, and I believe it is 4-3 Indianola in that stretch. But again, toss it up either way you want to count it. These two teams always seem to have the best games of the season when they meet.
Yeah, and I think there's obviously new coaching staff here at Indianola, but I think there's been continuation for over the years of the styles are very similar. I don't think either team has had a monster post since I've been here. I don't think either team has really done a lot underneath. They rely on speed, athleticism, and shooting and sharing the basketball. I think no team in Class 3A has done that better than Pella over the last several years. And if Indianola kind of wishes they were in Class 3A because they can join this incredible run. The Little Hawkeye Conference has the last 3A state champions, and they're all 3 different teams, and they all played pretty similar except for Oskaloosa a little bit big, but even they were pretty quick with Xavier and Cole Henry. So, you know what? These two teams are stylistically matched. They're very similar. You got 2 of the best players in the state with Drew Kingery in 4A and Carl Miller in 3A. I'm hopeful it lives up to the building, and we are done with double overtime, 95-91 at the end or something crazy like that, because that's how good, and I think these teams are. And honestly, this is huge for the first conference game of the year in a conference where I think the boys' conference, where they're going to have 4 or 5 losses with the conference championship. The winner of this game gets a huge early burst for championship possibility.
We could have a conference 3-way tie with 3 or 4 losses, 5 losses, like you said. So a win here sets you up against one of those other tough teams and maybe affords you a loss later in the season. The Armin Ford radio keys to the game. Easier said than done, but try and force someone other than Carl Miller to have to score. And not that that's ever going to be a problem for Pella, but it just seems like when he gets going, even on the road, it just gets the crowd into it. It gets the team into it. I think of Pella, and when I've kind of been covering them on the opposing side, is they just go on these runs that just seem to be almost heartbreaking for teams, and it's usually done with Carl Miller on the 3, getting things going. When he gets hot, they're a really hard team to defend. My second key is you can't have a slow start like they did against North Polk on Monday. Indianola went the first almost 5 minutes of that first quarter without scoring they were down 12-2 before they went on a 29-2 run. No, North Polk is a decent team. They're not the defending Class 3A state champion. If you have a slow start like that against Pella, you might not ever come back into the contest. So those are my DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com.
Our McCall Monumental radio keys to this game for Pella, very similar. They got off to a similarly slow start, only scoring 18 points in the first half against North Polk. They've got to find a little more offense if they're going to compete in the conference. I think they've discovered something, though, and they did so in the run to state. Pella is known as the best three-point shooting team in Iowa for many, many reasons and have been for many years running. And I think they're going to be up there again this year. But the biggest key for this team, defense. And that's how they won a state championship. So I think that's going to be the big key there.
Absolutely. McCall Monument, Monumental Radio, keys to the game. Again, don't burden your loved ones with planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan your memorial and trust the family. And McCall Monument, the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. Tonight's colors of the game are presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Pella in their road greens with white numbers and white stripes down the sides of the uniforms. Indianola's in their home whites, purple numbers, gold trim as well for the numbers and on the shorts as well. Tonight's colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Whether it's a colorfully designed event banner, car wrap, or business sign, let the professionals at Pella Engraving and Sign bring it to life. Andrew Schneider, let's go over tonight's starting lineups. I'll start with the Indians, presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. This was the starting lineup Coach Ebling gave me for Monday's contest and indicated that this would be the starting lineup tonight. And seeing by the jerseys out there, it is. It'll be number 2, a junior, Braden Dre, the transfer from Ankeny, had 12 points in his first Indianola game. The senior, one of the lone seniors on this squad, all juniors except for Cooper Naylor and Jackson Hoffman in a sea of juniors for this Indianola squad. Number 5, Cooper Naylor. Number 14, a junior, Casey Glasscock. Number 22, a junior, Drew Kingery. And number 23, a junior, Charlie Wilmot. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. Vintage Hills of Indianola offers assisted living and memory care in beautiful apartment homes. Get the lifestyle you want with the services and amenities that will make your life easier at Vintage Hills of Indianola.
And the starting lineups for your Class 3A, defending state champions and Little Hawkeye Conference champions, the Dutch from Pella High School. They start with senior guard from Newton, the transfer a year ago, Noah Allen. 5'10", wearing number 4. Preston Rowe, the all-district football player at Ford at 6'2", a senior wearing number 10. Carl Miller, the driller, potentially one of your preseason conference players of the year, wearing number 13, a senior. Keegan Hansen, a senior at guard at 6'3", wearing number 22. And Pogo Parker Elder himself looking to raise the roof each and every night, number 23, the senior forward. Your starting lineups are presented, as always, for the Dutch by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198. For Miniga Pest Control.
All right, and finally, tonight's game time temperature is presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, and hasn't gone down much. Still 43 degrees and beautiful outside. Of course, we're on the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show on KNIAKRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola hosting the Dutch of Pella tonight to begin Little Hawkeye Conference play. Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has no hidden fees and just one great price on plumbing, heating, and cooling services to keep you comfortable. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the pregame show?
Yeah, I think that this is a potential conference championship preview. DCG is very much in the mix. I think the other score I'm watching here tonight from our chair is what Pella Christian can do with Norwalk. If PC wins and maybe wins by 15, 20 points, I think they put themselves, and there's clearly then a haves and have-nots in the Little Hawkeye Conference this year. And I think PC is kind of the turning point. Indianola and Pella, boy, I'm almost going to be disappointed if one team wins by more than 10 points tonight.
Absolutely. I know I will be for sure,
yeah.
No matter what. You've been listening to the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show, locally owned. Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. When we come back, we'll be in the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth looking for the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. On the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA KRLS, as well as Indianola Activities YouTube and KNIAKRLS.com.
Good Samaritan Society in Indianola is committed to providing an unprecedented level of quality service, compassionate care, and range of amenities to ensure the residents enjoy a carefree, fulfilling lifestyle that is tailored to their needs. Proudly serving Warren County and the surrounding Des Moines areas, their friendly, professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person. Give them a call today at 515-302-6791 and get the next journey of your life started the right way today.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella. Thinking about home renovation? Call Kent at DeHeisen Carpentry in Pella. Finish that basement. Remodel your kitchen or bathroom. Build that new addition you've been dreaming about. Even new construction. At DeHeisen Carpentry, they can do it all. DeHeisen Carpentry is a Pella Windows certified contractor. DeHeisen Carpentry will work with you from start to finish, ensuring the job is done right and to your satisfaction. For your next home renovation project, call the professionals at DeHeisen Carpentry in Pella, 780-1858.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIA-KRLS.com, Indianola Activities, IndianolaKRLS2.com, powered by Community First Credit Union, normally on AM 1320, FM 94.3 KNIA, but of course Community First Credit Union, putting the community first, and also powered by Bank Iowa. Bank Iowa supports Pella High and Pella Christian Athletics by donating $10 to the Booster Club for every three-pointer and every dunk during every home game this season. Go Dutch from Bank Iowa. Take a look at our full scoreboard here, Andrew.
Yes, in the conference, DCG 70, Oski 27, Grinnell 79, Newton 20, Norwalk 48, PC 27. A night of the blowouts on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard at Marion County Bank, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area. Quite the matchup we have here already in the center circle.
Tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building materials supplier. The two pogo sticks to the Hawkeye Conference, one by Drew Kingery, and it's tipped up into the hands of Rowe and back out into the hands of Naylor, and Indianola wins the opening tip.
Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building materials supplier, and let the games begin.
Naylor, set play for Indianola, gets it over left for Kingery. Looks like Pella disrupted it as Kingery gets a screen right from Wilmot. They switch off of that as Rowe goes back onto Kingery. Now Dre at the top of the key. Fakes right, goes left, into the corner. Naylor back out Kingery. Three-pointer from the wing. Too strong, and it goes into the corner and picked up by Noah Allen.
Here comes Pogo Parker and Noah Allen over the half-court line. Hands it off to Elder. Elder, dribble, drive, right-handed hook shot. No go, and the rebound controlled by Indianola's Dre.
Here comes Dre, and both teams kind of misfiring on their first offensive possessions. Glasscock left corner three is up. That one's too strong and hits the top of the back, or I should say the hoop is what I'm trying to say. The overhang is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I couldn't quite figure that one out, and Indianola a couple of three-point shots from the left wing that didn't go down.
7:08 remaining here in the first. Scoreless. Noah Allen now over the half-court line. Allen right hand to Carl Miller. Miller, dribble, drive, kicks it out, left side, wide open. Noah Allen for three. Yes, Noah Allen. You can't leave him that wide open, Swadner, or he will make it all night.
Well, that's the dribble drive down the baseline that really hurt Indianola as Glasscock finds Kingery down low. Turnaround shot is up, and it looks like it was maybe deflected, and it's short and no good, and Indianola trails 3-0. Here comes the Dutch again.
Carl Miller with the block and the rebound on that possession. Here's Pogo Parker, kicks it out to Keegan Hansen. Hansen on the right wing, finds Noah Allen. Allen dribbling with his left hand. Man-to-man defense coming out here for Indianola as they'll watch Pogo Parker. Parker, center of the lane, spin move. Thought about putting it up and gets it back out to Noah Allen. Allen, the all-tournament team player of the game when the Dutch won the championship. Dribble, drive, counted and one. Noah Allen at the line for a chance at three.
Thought it was good defense from Glasscock. Just a little bit came down too much on the block attempt. If he goes straight up, he probably, still plays great defense, and it's just a good finish from Allen, but now he has a chance for an extra point.
Well, and when you think about Pella, Swadner, you think about the loss of Grant Nelson. He was the heart and soul, the all-tournament team captain, and he is definitely still missed. He's playing Central football tomorrow in Whitewater. But Noah Allen is the one that they expect will take a lot of that offensive production, especially now that they have him for a full season.
Naylor finds Wilmot on the left elbow. They look down for Kingery. They get it to him on the block as Kingery steps out. Back up top, Naylor swings it back around Dre. Dre tries to do a crossover, back up, three-pointers up too short, and Indianola is just not on fire. In fact, they're ice cold on offense.
The Dutch defense really suffocating here early. No real open spaces here for the Indianola shooters. Top of the key to Parker Elder. Left side, Carl Miller, the driller for three. No, just a little too strong, but an offensive rebound to Keegan Hansen. Gets it out to Noah Allen. Heat check three was well off the mark. Offensive rebound, and now rebound to Indianola.
Dre has it back up top, Naylor. Naylor trying to get his first point attempt as he gets it over to Dre. Dre goes into the lane, kicks it out. Kingery wide open for three. Too strong again as it just goes off the side of the rim, and Indianola can't find the bottom of the net.
6-0 Dutch. 5:18 remaining here in the first quarter. Now Parker Elder tries to get in on the three-point parade early, doesn't get it to go, and the board controlled by Casey Glasscock.
Glasscock, 8 points in their first matchup. Dre shot fake. Dribbles left, goes into the lane, tries to put up a floater, and Dre finally gets one to go down, and Indianola gets their first points of the night.
6-2 Dutch, and a nice right-handed floater there for Dre, the junior guard. Now, no-look pass looking for Carl Miller in the corner. Noah Allen, open three. Can't get it to go. Right idea and what Pella wanted to do on the play that he drew up, but it's Indianola basketball.
Kingery almost thought about a step-back three, gets it over to Dre. Now Naylor into the corner, Glasscock. Finds Kingery left wing, defended by Elder. Up top, Dre. Deep three is up, too strong, no good. And Wilmot tips it out into the hands of Dre. He finds Naylor, who finds Glasscock in the corner. Tries to dribble, well defended. Gets it over the top, finds Naylor. Indianola trailing 6-2, 4:20 to go in the first. Up top, Dre, back to Naylor. Dribbles it inside, spin move, turnaround shot, maybe altered by Pella. Wilmot with an offensive rebound, gets everybody to go on a shot fake. Layup is up and in, and it's 6-4. Indianola trails by 2.
Good defensive possession for the Dutch, but they couldn't find the rebound and the extra chance. Lands into the arms of Wilmot, who makes a nice move to finish that play. 6-4, now a mini 4-0 run here for the Indians, as the Dutch have gone a little cold from beyond the arc. Here's Allen handing it off to Preston Rowe. Rowe with his left hand, headband in tow, looking for Parker Elder. Dribble, drive, stop, turnaround shot, partially blocked by Kingery, put back no good, and there should have been something called there by somebody.
No whistle.
Bodies on the floor as Dre gets the rebound, and now a turnover, Indianola.
Looks like Kingery tried to switch from his right to his left and just a little bit too far out in front, and couldn't quite get the handoff, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Pella ball sideline inbounds.
I think Indianola is very fortunate that Pella's gone a little cold here offensively. Pella's gotten a few more extra looks. They've gotten a lot of looks that they would want to have on most nights, just aren't falling right now. Indianola needs to pick up the intensity defensively if they want to stay in this one. 6-4, 3:26 remaining clock, running rapidly here in our opening quarter. Right side to Parker Elder, high elbow to Carl Miller. Miller, turnaround jumper, great touch, can't get it to go. Rim's not friendly to the Dutch on either game, and it's Kingery the rebound.
Kingery dribbles up left side. Dre now at the top of the key. Haven't really had a stoppage in this contest. We're almost 5 minutes into the first. Wilmot, turnaround shot is up, and Wilmot, 12 points in his first game, ties this game up at 6 to start this contest.
So a 6-0 run answered by Indianola. 2:57 remaining here in the first. Here's Hansen, and an offensive foul as Miller was moving on the screen attempt, and Wilmot hit the deck.
So it looked like it just almost kind of late on the switch worked out for Indianola as Miller tried to create space, and Indianola defender right there gets the first foul of this game for Pella. Let's go in case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. We're already 5 minutes into this first quarter, 6-6 Indianola Pella. Braden Dre kicks it over into the corner for Naylor. Dre now Glasscock right wing, dribbles left. Thought about it, into the corner, Naylor wide open for three. In and out, no good. Elder with the rebounds.
Neither team getting those open threes to really fall outside of that opener from Noah Allen. Here's Carl Miller, shot fake, out to Hansen. Hansen also a shot fake, dribbles right side, out to Parker Elder. If at first you don't succeed, try again. He can't get it to go, but Carl Miller will get the offensive rebound for Pella. Kicks it out to Keegan Hansen, who can't get the shot to go, and that one is tipped out of bounds off of Indianola. So a lot of offensive rebounds here for the Dutch, giving them extended life, and a little bit of complaining going on from the Indianola bench about some of the calls here.
I think defensive rebounding is going to be key for both these squads. Like you mentioned, neither of them have that true post player, so no one kind of that guy to just swallow up all those boards.
A long inbounds out to Preston Rowe. Rowe spins, loses it, and turns it over.
And it looks like Indianola picked up the defensive pace a little bit, but both teams getting open shots and neither team being able to put them down over the last couple of minutes. 2:10 left to go in the first, and it's just 6-6. Pella started the game a 6-0 run. Indianola answered with a 6-0 run as Dre gets it over to Wilmot.
And we will maybe see our first sub of the game soon. Luke Hardman checking in for the Dutch at the scorer's table.
Kingery scoreless so far, crosses over Elder, gets it over to Naylor. Naylor goes into the free throw line, now kicks it back out Dre. Minute 45 to go here in the first. Screen from Wilmot, tries to get him on the roll, but it was an errant pass from Dre. They find Allen. Allen out, going straight up, layup is up and in, and Allen's got all 8 points for Pella.
And he can score 25 on any given night, especially when he looks and gets those opportunities in transition. Very good speed for the Newton native.
Dre hands it off to Kingery, left wing. Under a minute and a half to go. Naylor takes the deep three. In and out, no good off the side of the rim. And a minute 20 to go as Rowe's coming down the floor now.
Preston was looking for that kick out. Instead, Pella will reset the offense here. Hansen left side to Miller. Carl, hand in his face, coming from Cooper Naylor. Here's Parker Elder. Elder in the lane. Stop and go. that gets the friendly roll and count it for Parker Elder, and he has a chance for a three-point play.
And I think Braden Dre is not too happy with that one either. He thought he got hands straight up, and Elder with a nice job to kind of initiate, then absorb the contact, and that's exactly what they teach you to do, and gets it to go, and a chance at another and one.
And Chase Lawman also on the floor here for Pella, number 5. Chase was a state cross-country qualifier this year, 2 years in a row make it 3 for the junior, and then Luke Hardman, the all-state kicker for Pella.
Heimbaugh as well as Brady Blake coming into the game as Elder makes the free throw. Indianola now trailing 11-6. A 6-0 run followed by a 5-0 run leads to our score of 11-6. Kingery, ball top of the key. He has yet to get going. His three-pointers in and out. Rebound picked up by Lauman.
And now up ahead, here's Hardman. Gets it out to Parker Elder. Elder shuffles it over to Noah Allen. Allen, a shot fake. Then another shot fake, and then an offensive foul as he will lean into the lane just a little too much looking for Hardman.
One thing Indianola does is we know that they draw charges, and I think that's going to be huge here tonight. Already gotten Pella to get a couple.
And those are the 2 turnovers on the board for Pella so far.
11-6, 40 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's been a flying by first quarter time-wise. Naylor with a crossover goes down into the lane, tries to get Blake underneath, and it's tipped out of bounds. It looked like by Pella, and it will be Indianola ball underneath with 32.4 seconds to go.
Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update. Pleasantville 19, Earlham 18. Boys action after 1 on KNIA 3.
Deep pass out to Glasscock. 30 seconds to go. Quarter number 1, pass out left. Kingery going back door. Glasscock thought he was sticking in the corner, and it's another turnover for the Indians.
That's their 4th turnover, and that's been the difference on the scoreboard so far. Now Pella a chance to hold this possession with Carl Miller and 25 seconds remaining.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Pella 11, Indianola 6. 20 seconds to go here in the first blink of an eye. Here we are.
Parker Elder at the volleyball line is content with running this possession out, arrow favoring Pella to start the second quarter, barring a tie-up in the final 10 seconds. Elder crosses over, top of the key, flashing underneath. It's Luke Hardman. Strong move to the hole for the sophomore Luke Hardman, and he adds 2. And at the buzzer, off the backboard, no good. And it's a 7-0 run for the Dutch to end the first quarter as they lead 13-6 over Indianola. As we are live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, also our Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Thank you to all of our sponsors here on KNIA KBLS and KNIAKBLS.com. Pella 13, Indianola 6. Also on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, a lot of girls finals coming in. It is Norwalk 48, Pella Christian 27, DCG 70, Oski 27, Grinnell 79, Newton 20, Nevada 58, PCM 20, Earlham 46, Pleasantville 44. Pella falls Indianola 65-35. Our fan of the game presented by Delivery.com is Octavio Arquiga, who's won $10 after ordering fresh food directly to their door. That's George's, Canaritos, Yamoto, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. Fresh food every week. You could be our fan of the game presented by Delivery.com.
And if you want to be the fan of the game for Indianola, it's presented by Godfather's Express. You can win a free single topping large pizza. So if you'd like to be the fan of the game, stop by Godfather's Express to register, then listen to the next Indianola broadcast to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Godfather's Express.
Well, and our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal, Pella's aggressive defense here, Swadner, has kept the Indians from finding too many open looks outside, and it's got the Dutch on a 7-0 run heading into the second quarter with the basketball. Your creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal, relentless for you. For print, web, video, interactive, trust Brand Appeal. Carl Miller has it left wing, Dutch up by 7. Looking for more, it's Noah Allen, no good, and the board is controlled by Brady Blake off the bench, a very good athlete for the Indians, and it's on their half of the floor.
Back up top, Dre, wide open for 3, and he knocks it down. Gets the scoring started in this second quarter, and it's just a 4-point game, 13-9.
And now Noah Allen catch and shoot 3, and a huge answer for Noah Allen, who's already in double figures, 11 of the Dutch's, 16 on the board.
So both teams trading threes early on in this contest.
Here's Drew Kingery. Kingery works it left side to Blake. Blake off the elbow, bounce pass down low to Bennett Brick. Quarterback to quarterback, and the connection is good as Brick knocks it in for 2. 16-11 Dutch, 7:10 remaining here in the second. Andrew Schneider and Andrew Swadner on KNIAKBLS.com and the Indianola Activities YouTube channel. A tip and a steal away, but then stepping on the out-of-bounds line was Dakota Heimbaugh, so no turnover. It stays Pella basketball.
All right, getting through some connection issues here. It's 16-11 Pella over Indianola. 7:01 left to go
We got a
before
full
halftime.
gym here. I'm not shocked by that.
Yeah.
And here comes Noah Allen, the inbounds to Luke Hardman. Hardman over the half-court line. As we mentioned, Hardman, an all-state kicker. Good to see all these football players playing basketball for both teams. Noah Allen is Ramon Hugan on the floor, and there's a steal, and there's Heimball getting another Pella turnover.
Out to Kingery for the slam as he gets his first points of the day, and it's down to a 3-point game, 16-13.
Indianola starting to do the things they want to do here, being a little more aggressive on defense. Miller to answer, and that has been such a backbreaker here early for the Indians, as Pella will find the return again from Miller, the driller.
Who would have thought we'd be already a minute and a half into the second quarter and Kingery and Miller get their first points of the contest. Brick has it up top. Heimbaugh goes into the lane. Shot fake, gets everybody to go, and then gets a foul drawn. Looks like that'll go against the interior of the Pella defense. Wait and see. It's on Hardman. Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update. Earlham 39, Pleasantville 31. That's at halftime.
Also, Twin Cedars 51, Murray 39.
Heimbaugh can't make the free throw. Pella's 2 of 2 at the line. Indianola now 0 for 1, trailing 19-13, 6:18 left to go before halftime.
See some of the depth coming out for both these teams. Miller and Allen, the only two Dutch that have been on the floor the whole time. Kingery and Wilmot appear to be the only two that have been on the floor the whole time for Indianola.
And Kingery probably won't come out. That's generally what he does. He
And
plays
I don't
generally
think
the whole time. So
don't think Miller and Allen are going to get too many breaks themselves either. 19-14, 1 of 2 made for Heimball. Left side screen for Miller. Top of the key, looking for more from 3, no good. Lawman had the rebound, and then it's a tie-up as Cooper Naylor came in.
Nice job by Cooper to force the possession away from Pella. They're getting hurt on some of those offensive rebounds, so you need to have those active hands when that happens. And Indianola trails 19-14, 6 minutes to go before halftime, and it's Braden Dre with the ball at the top of the key, hands it over to Kingery. Now Brick. Dangerous pass finds Naylor, back to Brick. Goes right into the lane, goes right to the hoop, layup is up and in, and a foul is called, and Brick off the bench has 4 here in the second quarter and a chance to make it a 2-point game at the free throw line.
Yeah, he just beat Hugan there to the hole, and Hugan was beat, made the mistake, kind of more of an inexperienced mistake there. Not that you always want to just give it up, but he was just so beat badly defensively that obvious reach gives Indianola a chance to get it back within 2.
Back and forth we go, as these two teams, I'll say, are wont to do. And Brick at the free throw line. Hits the free throw, and it's 19-17, 5:51 left to go in half number 1.
We've seen 3 3-point plays so far. We've seen a whole lot of just back and forth action. That's exactly what we expected, and another turnover for the Dutch.
Naylor got the tip, and it's into the hands of Brick, and Indianola has numbers now as Brick is on the right side. Up top finds Naylor, and Indianola sets up their half court. Top of the key, Naylor crosses over, loses the ball. Brick saves it inbounds, but stepped out on the sideline. A great hustle play from Brick, but it's another turnover for the Indians.
Looked like he just hit his shoulder as he was trying to get that ball out. No, good effort, but again, I think that's been kind of the Achilles heel for Indianola. It's kept Pella in the lead. Has just been a few extra free chances as Parker Elder has it down the floor out to Hugan. Hugan left side for Hardman, who has to go right through his fingertips. And slippery fingers here for the Dutch as Keegan Hansen comes in.
Yeah, in case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. Pella had a big lead early. Indianola started to come back, but it's been basically Pella, since it was 6-6, has had the lead and has had the lead for the majority of the contest. That's in case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford.
Indianola has not led in this game yet, but they've been awfully close.
Pass goes left to Naylor. Up top, Dre. Thought about a step back, but gets it over to Naylor. Back up top, Kingery. Defended by Elder. We've seen these two battle for a long time. Dre, shot fake, now takes a 3. It's too long. Wilmot with the rebound. Tries to get it away from Rowe. Puts up a shot. It's up. No good. Naylor skied for the rebound, but mistimed it, and Elder has it, and now Pella's on the move.
And just a little too exciting here for both these teams as they're just a little bit out of control. That was nearly a turnover. Pella in transition. 19-17, 4:45 remaining until the half. Andrew Schneider, Andrew Swadner live on KNIA-KRLS.com and the Indianola YouTube channel as Luke Hardman gets his possession started out to Parker Elder. Pella and the defending Class 3A and Little Hawkeye Conference champions looking to pick up where they left off. Indianola trying to assert themselves at the top of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Here's Carl Miller off a screen, high elbow jumper. Great touch, just a little too long. Loose ball rebound scooped up by Brick.
And it was great defense by Brick, too. Didn't want to reach in too much. Miller's so good if you give him that inch, and Brick just really didn't give it to him. Naylor with the ball. Deep left three for the lead. Too strong. Wilmot skies for the rebound. He'll have to save it in and just chuck it deep, and he does so, and it's picked up by Kingery out in the backcourt. Finds Dre.
Well,
there was
it's
no
over
possession.
and back. Well, no, he's. I guess that's what they called it, is that he never had the possession. Doesn't matter. Missed shot, and Carl Miller, his fourth rebound.
So Miller has it.
Miller from behind looking for Preston Rowe in traffic, has his shot recycled by Charlie Wilmot. Rebound Indianola.
Wilmot skies for the block, gets it over to Naylor. Indianola again. We've been at 19-17 for a long time, and Kingery has it. Now over to Naylor. Indianola with another chance to tie or take the lead. Naylor stops in the lane, loses the ball, now gets it right back, and gets it back up top. Brick wide open, gets it down to Wilmot. Shot fake, layup is up and in, and Wilmot's got 6, and we're all knotted up at 19.
They're letting a lot of contact go in this one. And then Hardman will draw maybe a ticky-tack foul on the other side. You see all these hands, Swadner, slapping each other in faces and arms and all the above, and nothing called. And then you get the defense where Hardman leans into the defender playing straight up and gets 2 shots out of it.
Yeah, I thought a lot of stuff before that could have been whistled, and that was probably the one I would have let go, but maybe a bit of a makeup call as Hardman heads to the line for his first trip tonight.
I don't think we're looking to get the whistles up here, that's for sure, around our necks. In case you missed it, for the Dutch, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, it was a matching of 6-0 runs and then a 5-0 run for Indianola, or for the Dutch. It got them up 11-6, 13-6 at the end, but Indianola fighting their way back, and we're tied until Hardman puts Pella back on top, making 1-2. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
20-19 is our score after Hardman makes the free throw. He's got 3 off the bench. And Braden Dre brings the ball across half court for Indianola, still searching for their first lead as Wilmot has it at the elbow. Gets it over to Glasscock. Dribbles left, goes into the lane, nearly loses the ball into the corner. Shot fake Kingery. He'll dribble baseline, kicks it back out. Dre wide open at the top of the key for 3. Knocks it down. Dre's got 8, and the Indians lead for the first time, 22-20.
Yeah, the defense starting to break down here a little bit for the Dutch. Their offense hasn't been very consistent on the other half of the floor either. Indianola doing a good job of finding the extra possessions they needed to come back in this one after a 7-point deficit. And now looking to add to the lead.
Allen lost it. It looked like it was poked away, I think, by Heimbaugh. Gets it back up Kingery. Dre, shot fake, now gets it back over Kingery. Fakes right, goes left, goes right to the hoop. Layup is up and in, and Indianola's on a run, and a McCoy True Value timeout is going to be taken on the floor by Pella. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Indianola 24, Pella 20. 2:38 left to go before halftime. Pella 14 fouls, Indianola with 3. Whistle's been pretty quiet so far this game. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. They're getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com.
Well, this has been a huge run. It was 13-7 Pella at one point in this game. Dutch have just scored 7 in that frame. Indianola was 17, 24-20. Have a couple of updates for our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Pella Christian 16, Norwalk 9 after 1, Nevada 20, PCM 17 on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the Red Rock area. 2:38 remaining here in the second. Pella ball down 24-20. Andrew Schneider, Andrew Swadner on KNIA-KRLS.com. And credit the Indians, and that's been the story of these games, though. It seems like one team gets a huge lead and then the other makes a big run, and it's usually a game of runs, and we'll see if Pella has an answer here after Indianola's got the momentum on their side.
I'll go ahead and assume that they do.
And here's Carl Miller, wide open 3, short, and the rebound is out of bounds off of Indianola, so it will stay with Pella.
Looked like Elder had that rebound, and Heimbaugh tried to knock it away and just went off his foot and out of bounds.
24-20, Dutch maintain the possession, down by 4. Here's Noah Allen. Out to Carl Miller. Left side to Allen. Allen to Parker Elder. Pogo, Parker wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Tipped rebound, Carl Miller. Pella is able to save it out to Allen. Catch and shoot off the offensive board. Can't get it to fly. And Heimbaugh has been very busy here off the bench.
Yeah, for being generally one of the shortest guys on the floor, Heimbaugh certainly doesn't play like it. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Dre dribbles baseline, reverse layup is up and in, and the Indians continue their run. They lead 26-20 It's been a 20-7 run since basically that end of the first quarter.
Well, and when Carl Miller is not on, they don't have the depth scoring-wise, at least early in the season, as they did last year. Indianola was looking for the dunk, and Wilmot can't get it to go, and he'll turn it over.
Wilmot with a turnover, a rare turnover for Indianola, as Miller finds a cutter on the down low. It's Keegan Hansen with the layup, and Indianola probably just gave away 2 points right there. As a bit of a mistake down the floor.
Yeah, I think they got a little too cute trying to get the dunk going, and at that point, with the lead they have against Pella, you want to just find a better-looking shot. And here's a rebound after a wild 3 misses, and here's Carl Miller down the floor, 5 rebounds for Miller. But as I was trying to say, Pella doesn't have the kind of depth last year, whereas Miller has an off night. They need him to be consistent most nights for them to win a lot of games. And Miller nearly loses the ball on a pass in the corner. Here's Keegan Hansen. Hansen out to Noah Allen. Long possession here, under a minute till the halftime horn. Here's Allen. Step. Beautiful touch. Right hand. Can't get it to fall. And he fights hard for the rebound and eventually goes to Indianola.
It's really interesting to see who they put on Miller. They've tended to put a smaller guy on him, whether it's Cooper Naylor or even Dakota Heimbaugh's been defending him. But then last possession we saw Kingery on him. So it's been interesting to see the Indians' defensive rotations on Carl Miller, who has just the 3 points. Indianola leads 26-22, 45 seconds to go before halftime, and Heimbaugh has it at the top of the key. Finds Glasscock over to Dre. Now over to Kingery. Kingery just 4 points. Tries to shuffle on Elder. Has to pick up his dribble and gets it out to Wilmot. 30 seconds to go. Wilmot crosses over right to the hoop, and it has his shot blocked by Elder and hits the deck, and Pella has the ball.
With 22 seconds remaining, the Dutch can get it back within 1 possession. They'll shuffle out in the corner to Hansen. Now here's Miller. 15 seconds remaining. Clock is running here on Miller as Heimbaugh has caused some issues here for Carl Miller, the driller. 7 seconds remaining. Out to Miller. Here's Lawman. Lawman from the elbow had it blocked.
1 second to go, and that'll just do it for the half. Indianola 26, Pella 22. Rick Wilson's walking it out. Thankfully, the cameras aren't on us. 26-22 halftime coverage coming up after this on KNIA-KRLS.com and the Indianola Activities YouTube stream.
A mild winter can take a toll on your roof. Between the freeze and the thaw, you may need new shingles. Certainly, if you're going to get new shingles, you're going to get CertainTeed shingles from Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. CertainTeed Roofing offers a wide array of residential roofing shingle options.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Thanksgiving has come and gone. Christmas is right around the corner. It's the season for all those holiday get-togethers, lots of cooking for friends and family. So when it's just you, do you really want to cook? Hey, you know I don't need an excuse not to cook, but a really good excuse is Delivery.com, because they'll bring hot, fresh food from local Pella restaurants right to you. Whether you're at home, whether you're at the office, wherever you are, you can have it delivered right to you by going to Delivery.com. Hot, fresh food from local restaurants right here in Pella. Give them a try today. Delivery.com.
It's nice to know that the products we grow are meant for this area, not for the whole nation. That's something that a lot of seed companies can't do. Champion selects hybrids that work countywide, statewide. We have a couple products in the corn lineup that they tell us don't sell. They're meant for the dry land. They're not meant for this area. But most of them want standability. They want a product that's going to stand until December when the snow flies. We're a price competitive and product competitive company.
Learn more at plantchampion.com.
Welcome to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio Halftime Show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. And we welcome you back to halftime coverage and local high school basketball coverage on KNIA and KNIA-KRLS.com. Head girls basketball coach for Indianola, Jeff Jansen, joining us. Coach, thank you so much. 65-35 win for the Indians against a Pella team that I think still has a lot to offer, but it just felt like Indianola was too much, especially in that first half.
Proud of our girls' effort tonight, Andrew, for sure. Those first 3 quarters especially, we brought the attitude, we brought the effort, and happy with the outcome tonight.
You know, when I was taking a look at what this Indians team would look like, that first half was about what I expected and about what I had hoped for, I guess I should say, when I was kind of preparing for my coverage it was strong drives to the hoop, strong finishes, and then kickouts for good looks.
Absolutely. You know, to start the game the way we did, putting up 41 points in the first half, again, we were getting good looks and probably missed a couple that around the rim that we normally make or need to make. But a great start, like you said, and quite honestly, not to skip ahead a little bit, but really outstanding third quarter for us. That's some film that I'm going to go back and reevaluate and show our girls, because that's really how we want to make it this year, is that third quarter.
Well, yeah, and I wanted to talk about that third quarter as well, because normally you see those big third quarters from teams, and yeah, maybe the threes are raining down, and 3 did go in, but it was a lot of Lauren Blake, Mara Bishop, out in transition that were getting the points, and those, I felt like, to me, points off of turnovers and points off of defense, especially in the third.
You know, looking at the stat sheet right now, they had 21 of our 24 points there in the third quarter, and that's our 4-year starters. That's our leaders. I've been so lucky to be able to coach those two, and Kinsey and Trista and Taylor, of course, for 4 years. But, you know, Lauren and Mara had an outstanding game tonight, and really, really proud of them.
When I talked about keys to the game before that game started, you know Lauren Blake's going to score. She's that talented. It's for this Indians team to run. There's going to have to be some other players who have to make up the rest of the slack. We've seen it from Bryn Ortland. We've seen it from Emily Naughton. And now we've seen it from Mara Bishop. All 3 of them have been in double figures over the last couple of games. Is that kind of how you feel this team needs to go, that secondary scorer, even if it's not just from one player?
Absolutely. You know, we have so much confidence in Bryn. We have so much confidence in Mara and Emily as that secondary scorer, like you were just mentioning. And let's not count out Kinsey. I know Kinsey maybe didn't put the ball in the hole as often tonight as she could have, but her defense and her rebounding was outstanding. And right now, you know, Mara was due. Looking at shooting percentages, looking at points, what have you, Mara was due to make some shots, and she definitely made some big ones tonight.
I thought the defense was maybe the best we've seen from the Indians, and that was always going to be the catalyst for this Indianola squad, was how good can they defend. We know that they can put up the points. Can they defend at a Class 4A state championship level? And I think we're starting to see the building blocks of that.
You know, I think that the foundation has been set. We still haven't played our best defensively. We still have a ways to go, but we saw signs of it tonight, and it's going to take that kind of effort. My challenge to them tonight after the game, really not a short post-game speech, but we know Coach Forsyth and we know Pella is going to be even better with more experience the next time we see them. And my challenge to them is how much better can we be? And we can't just be satisfied with, you know, a great 3 quarters, quite honestly. We need to put a whole game together, and we need to keep getting better. And it's going to be defense and rebounding. That's going to take us where we want to go.
All right, so a trip to Lewis Central, then right back at Little Hawkeye Conference play. How do you want to attack the next week?
You know, the girls have earned a weekend off for sure. 7 straight days of basketball. It's a grind after the Thanksgiving break. But now we got to refocus. It's not an easy trip traveling to Western Iowa by any stretch of the imagination. Coach Hannafin is an outstanding coach, and he's got a young and inexperienced team, but he's going to get the most out of them Tuesday night. And then we get another home game next Friday against Pella Christian, which we're excited for, of course. The crowd is electric tonight, and we hope that everybody comes out next Friday night to support our girls and support these boys here as we try to get a couple of big conference wins.
Thank you very much for joining us, Coach. We'll have more after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio Halftime Show. Indianola boys leading Pella 26-22.
Good Samaritan Society in Indianola is committed to providing an unprecedented level of quality service, compassionate care, and range of amenities to ensure the residents enjoy a carefree, fulfilling lifestyle that is tailored to their needs. Proudly serving Warren County and the surrounding Des Moines areas, their friendly, professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person. Give them a call today at 515-302-6791 and get the next journey of your life started the right way today.
Ever get tired of everyone advertising rates like it's all they have to offer? Like auto rates.
3.09 APR, 3.94%, 4.72%.
Greater Iowa Credit Union is more than just rates. Greater Iowa supports local organizations, awards thousands in scholarships and classroom grants, and volunteers in our community. But in case you're wondering, they have great rates too. Current auto rates are as low as
1.99% APR.
Learn more at gicu.org.
Welcome back to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show. Indianola boys leading 26-22 in a hard-fought first half. Let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. Braden Dre, the leading scorer for Indianola, including 8 points in the second quarter. He's got 10 overall. Charlie Wilmot with 6. Noah Allen, the leading scorer for Pella. He's got 11 points to lead the Dutch. Half of the Dutch's points, and 7 of those coming in quarter number 1. Hardman with 3, Carl Miller with 3, Parker Elder with 3. Of course, Drew Kingery with just 4 for the Indians. Bennett Brick off the bench with 5. That's inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. They've placed over 35 miles of fiber and connected more than 750 families in Pella with gigabit internet speeds. But it's neighbors, not numbers, that are important. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Let's go second half adjustments for both squads presented by DeYoung Door Service. For Indianola, they have to be able to defensive rebound a little bit better. Pella's been getting second chances, and that's what's been helping their offense a couple of times, even if they haven't been able to capitalize on it almost every time. Pella's defense or offensive rebounding has been nearly a difference in this game, and for Pella, it's just knocked down shots. There's been a couple of times when they've gotten good looks. Indianola's let Parker Elder shoot it from long range, but you got to find a way to get Carl Miller involved. The senior averaging 21 points per game has taken a couple of decent shots, but find a way to get him involved. Just 3 points in that first half. Second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with a new garage door from the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella. That wraps up the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part in the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. We'll be back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth after this on KNIAKRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola leads Pella 26-22.
The goal is always to live a life worth remembering. At McCall Monument, the goal is to make remembering beautiful and lasting. Even if you choose to be cremated, you can have that custom you tribute. McCall Monument wants to create a place for friends and family to reminisce and smile as they reflect on your life.
In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you. When you're ready, when it's time, call McCall Monument.
Memories become treasures. McCall Monument.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIAKRLS.com. Start of quarter number 3. Indianola leads Pella 26-22. And it's Pella ball to start the third frame.
And the Dutch down low looking for Preston Rowe. Good delay move underneath for Preston Rowe as he gets on the board for the first time. Dutch back within 2.
And that might be the first time they've gotten the ball down low on the block and did a move from there too from either team. As Pella gets the nice 2 to start off the third, and it's 26-24. Kingery has it, top of the key, pulls up for 3, knocks it down. Kingery with a hand at his face extends Indianola's lead to 5.
And now here's Carl Miller to answer the driller for 3. Yes, Carl Miller finally gets back in rhythm here with his own answer, and the Dutch have done that quite a bit to Indianola tonight.
Every time it seems like the Dutch have an answer to an Indianola run, and vice versa. 29-27, Indians lead by 2. A minute gone by in the third quarter. Braden Dre trying to break down Noah Allen, and he gets it over to Naylor. Both teams switching on screens. 3 from Kingery from the right side is up too strong, and Rowe tracks down the rebound.
Pella up ahead to Noah Allen for 2. Noah Allen has 13 points, and that's our drive to the basket. Grown by Champion Seeds dealer Jay Boat, as there's another shot that misses. Blocked rebound to Carl Miller. Miller up ahead to Parker Elder, left corner. Elder loses the dribble, and now it's stolen away by Dre.
Dre has it. No Indianola numbers, but they get it over. Passes tipped up, nearly stolen away, but Dre comes back up with it to Naylor. 6:24 and counting to go, quarter number 3, all knotted up at 29. Dre with a pull-up 3 is too strong. Wilmot tracks down the rebound, has to just save it in, and it's picked up by Keegan Hansen.
And here come the Dutch again, up ahead to Preston Rowe, and that's tipped out of bounds. Your drive to the basket, grown by Champion Seeds dealer J. Boat, an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion Seed, they only champion the best.
First quarter was Pella's. As they get it into Elder, nearly slammed it home.
Was looking for it on the inbound and said Carl Miller, the driller, no good. Offensive rebound, Preston Rowe has his shot recycled, but there's Carl Miller. 2 offensive rebounds turned into points, and we have a Dutch lead, 31-29 again.
That was my second half adjustment as a McCoy True Value being called by head coach Jeff Ebling. My second half adjustment for Indianola was keep Pella off the offensive boards. Not done a great job of that so far here in the third. McCoy True Value timeout taken on the floor.
31-29 on KNIA KRLS. All sorts of stuff to get to here.
Let's take
Slugger.
a look at the road ahead presented by Good Samaritan Society of Indianola. This is the last game for the Indians of this week, and then for another week. Their next game will be next Friday, hosting Pella Christian on this same floor. So when it comes to your road ahead, think of Good Samaritan Society in Indianola, where their professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person, mind, body, and spirits.
This broadcast on KNIA KRLS is brought to you by BSN Sports. They're the official athletics provider of many area high schools and a proud supporter of area athletics. If you need to stop in and get your team or business apparel looked at, stop into the BSN Windmill Print Stitch office in Pella. There was a shot blocked and a foul called on Hansen. Looked like a lot of ball there, but a foul called on the senior Hansen.
5:48 left to go in the third. Indianola is 2 of 3 at the line. Pella is 3 of 4. Not a lot of free throws taken, and it's just the first foul of this second half. Naylor goes over the top, gets it to Kingery at the elbow, tries to back down Rowe. Nice backdoor cut, finds Wilmot for the layup, and we're back tied at 31 apiece.
Good dime there by Kingery, as Pella has it now to Parker Elder, behind the back pass to Noah Allen. Allen at the free throw line, dribble, drive, scoots it out to Carl Miller at the volleyball line. He wants a screen, and will hand it off to Allen at the eye of Indianola center court. Top of the circle row, looking for a set play here to Allen, and has it knocked away. Bad pass. Glasscock comes up with it, and in transition, he has a bad pass of his own, and it's a tie-up. It will stay Indianola basketball. Neither team quite crisp enough there. The set play was meant to go to Allen. The handoff was bad. Glasscock got the steal, and up ahead had a poor pass to Wilmot, who was open underneath the hole.
Yeah, you don't want to force anything in a 2-on-2. You generally want to bring that one out. As Wilmot gets the over-the-top pass, Rowe tries to smack it away and maybe got a bit of Wilmot in the process.
Well,
no foul called.
No one's in real foul trouble, so those are the kinds of plays you can make, Andrew, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of fear here for either team, in the sense of they can be very aggressive on defense with, I think, a bunch of players with just one foul so far.
Yeah, no one with really anything more than one. So Naylor with the ball, top of the key for the Indians. Tries to break down. Now gets it back out, wide open for 3. Dre knocks it down. Nothing but net. His third triple of the day, and it's 34-31 Indianola.
Nice move there for Dre, finding the open shot, and a good pass to him to make it executed, as Parker Elder in transition has it blocked and stolen away by Kingery.
Gets it over to Glasscock, driving down the right side. Looks back up top for Naylor. Good recovery from Pella. Dre thought about a heat check 3, now trying to break down Miller. Gets it back up top, Naylor. Swings it around Glasscock. Up top, Dre again. Left side, Wilmot with Rowe. Fakes right, goes baseline, right to the hoop. Layup is up. Altered, looks like by Pella. Good defense, no call. And Wilmot loses it. Miller comes up with it.
Miller up to 7 rebounds in this game so far. You talk about his shooting. He's been a rebounding presence ever since that state tournament run a year ago. Scooted out to Preston Rowe, a shot fake. Rowe dribbles on the baseline, top of the key. Elder looking for an open 3, can't get it to go.
Rebound by Wilmot. Dre finds a cutting Glasscock, but just out a little too much in front, and it goes out of bounds, and Indianola turns it over. Feels like when you have a lead in this game, you almost need to press it because you know the run is coming, and neither team's really been able to do that. I think Indianola's largest lead has been 5, Pella's been 7.
IMU Instant Radio Update. Pleasantville trails Earlham 49-46 after 3. Garrett Carbell's had a couple of good ones to call on KNIA 3 tonight. Here's Parker Elder, cross-court pass to Hansen. Hansen a head fake out to Noah Allen. Allen, step back 3, can't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Naylor.
3:45 to go in the third. Indianola leads by 3, 34-31. Naylor tries a turnaround. Nice move. Layup is up and in. A spin move for Cooper Naylor, and the senior gets his first points of the contest and matches Indianola's largest lead. And a McCoy True Value timeout taken on the floor by the Dutch with 3:32 left to go in the third. In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. The first quarter was all Pella. The second quarter was mostly Indianola. The third quarter began to be a Pella run. Indians have started to come back, and it's a 5-point lead right now, and both teams, I don't think, have played up to their potential yet.
Well, that stat you said earlier, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic for the last 3 years running, neither team winning by more than 7. Neither team has led by more than 7, although the Indians, that's where Coach Schulte, sensing he needed to stop the run, were in danger of getting at least to that mark there if Pella had a bad possession coming up, and they need a good one here. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third. So Pella will have the ball on this other side of the McCoy True Value timeout. Catch our breath for a second.
Right, this has been not only a fantastic game, but a fantastic crowd. Pella traveling well, Indianola packing their home side of the gym. Two teams that are evenly matched and with conference title goals.
And bigger goals, I think, for both these teams as they think of Class 3A and 4A. Here's Luke Hardman, left side. He's just onto the floor freshly with Chase Lawman. Center of the lane, Elder, out to Noah Allen. Looks like a couple of subs brick in for Indianola.
Along with Blake.
The quarterback duo again. 3:13 remaining here in the third. Allen at the free throw line. Dribble, drive, all the way to the hole. A great finish for the Newton native. 15 points for Noah Allen, the Red Rocket.
He's been the guy tonight for Pella. Brick gets it, tries to go baseline, gets it back out. Naylor, cross-court pass into the corner. Wide open Kingery, thought about a three, now drives inside, puts up a floater, but Miller grabs the rebound on the errant shot.
8 rebounds for Carl Miller as he's approaching double-double territory. And driving it to the basket, it's Parker Elder who gets it back within one. A 4-0 run here for the Dutch, 36-35.
Good timeout for Coach Schulte and Pella. McCoy True Value timeout, kind of reset things. And Brick travels, yep. It looked like he just moved his left foot before he tried to dribble right. And Indianola, over their last couple of possessions, has turned it over. Pella's gotten a couple easy buckets. And we mentioned the lead, Andrew. Pella has a chance to reclaim the lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, they do it so quickly. Both these teams do. And that's what I think makes this rivalry in this conference so interesting, is I don't think DCG is far removed from this style that they're going to play either. You're going to get a lot of run and gun teams going up and down the floor on each other in the race for the Little Hawkeye Conference Championship.
Allen drives inside and finishes, and he's just been too good in this third quarter. 6 points, and Pella now leads 37-36.
A big run for the Dutch, 6-0 here.
Naylor drives baseline into the corner. Dre for three. Too strong, in and out, just rattled around. Blake hit the deck on the rebound, but is picked up by Miller again.
Here's Allen flashing in. It's Luke Hardman, fouled hard, and he has 2 shots coming as Naylor nearly ripped his arm off with he was out of position and tried to stop the shot. That's what you're supposed to do, but probably as egregious of a foul as we've had tonight.
I think he got a lot of ball, but along with that, he got a lot of body.
I was about to say, one hand got the ball, the other, I think, tried to take Luke Hardman's right hand and put it in the hallway.
But force him to finish at the free throw line. We said a lot of fouls to give here. Naylor just picks up his first.
Oh, I don't blame him. It's in a good aggressive play. He was a step behind defensively. It's weird that we've seen a ton of contact and not a lot of fouls called. That one was probably about as obvious as we've seen here tonight, and the Dutch extend their lead now with a 7-0 run halfway through the third quarter.
It's 36-31 Indianola as Hardman can't hit the second. He's 2 of 4 at the line. Rebound by Blake. Naylor with the ball crossing half court. Indianola can tie or take the lead. Heimbaugh has it. Top of the key, Kingery. And a foul is going to be called away from the ball. I think it's either on Miller or Hugan.
It's on Hugan. He reacted. Did not like the call. I think he was jockeying with Naylor there in the paint. It was the far side official who whistled at 1:48 remaining. Indianola ball.
They get it into the corner to Blake. Drives inside, tries to finish with a lot of contact, and that's going to be a foul on Lauman, and Blake will head to the free throw line with a chance to tie it up.
Well, I think it could have been called on either Hardman or Lauman there. Both were kind of sandwiching Blake, who had the quick first step, had the drive, and he'll have a chance to tie here at the line.
I love the depth from both teams. I think both teams play about 8, maybe 9 guys. Blake at the free throw line, hits the front end. His first points of the night. And it's back to a 1-point game, 38-37, a minute 45 to go here in the third. And we're all knotted up at 38. Wouldn't have it any other way as Kingery tries to put some token pressure on in the backcourt, but they get it over to Noah Allen.
There haven't been a ton of ties or lead changes in this one. It's been a series of runs back and forth, but a little tighter here late third quarter. Noah Allen, top of the circle, works it in the lane, and he continues to try and find that touch inside, and he does. 19 points for the Red Rocket, Noah Allen.
8 in this third quarter. Naylor drives right side, Kingery, back up top, Brick. Indianola looking a little stagnant on offense right now as they get it over to Blake. Back up to Naylor. Thought about it, goes back inside. Heimbach, top of the key. Brick wide open for three. He'll take it. He'll make it. Knocks it down. Brick off the bench has 8 points, and the Indians reclaim the lead, 41-40.
Now the teeter-totter is getting a little faster now. Not these 6-0 runs anymore, Swadner. Just back and forth possessions. Here's Hugan, top of the circle. Left side. Tries to get it out from Miller. Bad pass. Turnover, Pella. Brick up ahead, has his shot blocked, but contact as Miller will get his second foul, and 2 shots coming for Bennett Brick.
I thought it was a great job by Brick to kind of absorb the contact there. Sometimes you don't want to throw it up too quick, and Miller's just so much in control that he can block that shot without drawing the foul, and Brick waited that extra split second, kind of forced it to be called.
52 seconds remaining.
Brick. 2 of 2 now at the line. He's come off the bench. He scored 4 on Monday against North Polk, and he is almost in double figures tonight with 9.
Here comes the next for Brick. Trying to add to that 2-point lead. Won't get it to go. Rebound goes to Lawman, and a foul.
I think that's either on Blake or Kingery. It's on Blake.
Number 20, Blake, that's his first.
That's just his first. Yeah.
So Pella with 5 team fouls, Indianola with just 2, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Indians lead 42-40.
Here comes Pogo Parker over the half-court line. Screen from Lawman and Miller, kind of a traffic jam at the top of the circle. Miller contested 3, it's short. Ill-fated, but the putback chance for Lawman no good. Couple of offensive rebounds. Here's Hardman trying to finish. He can't get it to go, and then he will land on the floor and travel.
3 offensive rebounds finally culminating in a travel, and Indianola has work to do on the defensive boards. Wow. I know it ended up working out, but the Indians cannot give the Dutch that many chances.
I mean, that's about as close to a mugging, though, as you can call without a cop showing up and finally turning on his siren, as it felt like Hardman was really knocked into in the paint. And I think Indianola gets the generous whistle there. 42-40, a chance to get to a 2-possession lead before the end of the third.
Indians holding for the final shot, 13 seconds to go. Naylor with the ball at the eye. Left side, Blake. Goes to Kingery, right wing, defended by Elder. Drives to the hoop, puts up a floater, does not fall. 3 seconds left. Pella will have a shot at the buzzer. The half-court heave. Off the backboard, no good. And exactly what we wanted, a 2-point game going into the fourth. Indianola 42, Pella 40. More after this inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIAKRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Winter is here, and so are the latest deals for your local Napa in Indianola. Get a 216-piece Versa Stack Mechanics tool set for $99.99. Get a Craftsman 2000 Series 26-inch 5-drawer chest for $319. We also know oil. You could win a PlayStation 5 with the purchase of any Castrol Edge high-mileage motor oil. You can also save 20% on Rain X Latitude water repellency beam wiper blades and $6.99 for a 20-pound bag of ice melt. All this and more at your local Napa in Indianola. Now that's
Napa know-how.
Welcome back to Indianola High School. Inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth, a fun one coming down to the end as always between Indianola and Pella. Indians lead 42-40. I'm Andrew Swadner. He's Andrew Schneider. Andrew, we get what we wanted, a close game going into the fourth, and it just comes down to who executes better at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be the little things in this one, and when we've seen the teams have their success, it's been a matter, I think, of them pushing the floor a little bit, getting the tempo going, and finding good offensive possessions. But I think teams have gotten the lead, Andrew, and then all of a sudden put a little too much pressure on themselves to keep adding to it and credit the other team. Well, that's why we haven't seen more than a lead of 7 in this game for either squad. As it's Luke Hardman. Hardman is knocked to the ground, a foul on the floor. Do have an Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update, have a couple of them right now. After 3, it is DCG 69, Oskaloosa 38, not terribly surprising there. Pella Christian leads 31-25 at the half over Norwalk. And those are just some of your updates as Pella trails here 42-40. They've got the ball, trying to tie or take the lead here early fourth quarter.
Fouls on Brick, his second, team third.
Parker Elder, dribble, drive, off of Wilmot, and he's able to get it in for two. Nice move by Parker, leaning into Wilmot, but not drawing the offensive foul.
I thought it was a good no call. Contact on both sides. Elder probably initiated it, and then Wilmot probably initiated it, as now the Indians turn it over on the offensive side. Both players hit the deck, and Elder helps Kingery up. Good sportsmanship in the backcourt.
And now here's Allen out to Luke Hardman, and there's a foul, and Elder just a little slow
Looks
to get
like
up there.
Foul on Brick as he tried to get through the screen. That's the third on Brick. He's had a fantastic game off the bench.
About to say, I think Brick and Blake, I think they're not too upset if that's the duo that's getting the fouls here. They want to keep those off of Kingery if possible. 42-all, 7:14 remaining here in the fourth. It feels like a lot yet to be written here in this Little Hawkeye Conference opener. Here's Parker Elder. No call as there's contact, and it's Carl Miller who will get to double figures. 10 points, 8 rebounds for the senior and All-Stater a year ago.
Again, they're letting him play tonight. Lots of contact on both sides. Dre with the ball, right wing. He has not scored since the early part of the third as Indianola now trails 44-42. Kingery gets the screen, goes right to the hoop. Floater is up, no good. Fights for his own rebound, and he's going to get it. Out in the corner, finds Glasscock. Spin move into the lane, now kicks it back out, finds Dre. Thought about a shot, goes behind the back. Dribbling in and out of defenders, finds Heimbach. He'll go into the lane, puts up a floater, and it's up and in. And Heimbach off the bench ties this game at 44.
Do have another instant radio update presented by IMU. It's Newton and Grinnell tied 36-all at the end of the third quarter in boys action. Down low, Carl Miller counted at one for the driller, and a chance for three the old-fashioned way for the three-point sharpshooter. And that's your Raise the Roof moment of the night for the Dutch, presented by Randall Roofing. We'll get the music going when we're at home. Randall Roofing, if you need help with your roof, why not call the professionals? And the moment arises, think Randall Roofing, as Carl Miller, the driller, completes the three-point play. He's got 13, and the Dutch take a nice lead here by 3. It stays nice for now. I don't know how long it's going to last.
Glasscock dribbles right, down low, Wilmot. Nice shot fake, gets everybody to go, and then kind of blocks himself as it's out of bounds off of Rowe. Wilmot
blocked
did
his own shot on the bottom of the backboard.
Wilmot did everything right but finish the left-handed underneath lineup as Heimbach comes out, Naylor comes back in, so it's starters on the floor, I think, for both squads. 6:06 left to go. Over the top pass finds Wilmot. Back out to Dre. Indianola trails 47-44. Dre gets a screen for Wilmot, and they get the switch. Glasscock, shot fake, goes into the lane. Euro steps around the defenders, and Glasscock's got his first points of the night, cuts the deficit down to 1.
47-46, under 6 to play here in the fourth. Dutch with the basketball. Defending 3A champions trying to defend their Little Hawkeye Conference crown and get on the right foot here against Indianola, who wants to be at the top of the conference standings. And Elder spins in the lane, no shot, as he was fouled before, they'll say. Good move by Elder.
Both Wilmot and Elder have been putting on a clinic on shot fakes tonight.
Yeah. And that's just the first foul on Wilmot. No major foul trouble of note for either team here in the fourth quarter. Here's Elder out to Keegan Hansen. Hansen wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Rowe tips out the rebound. Here's Noah Allen. Yes!
And a foul underneath.
And I think it's called on Indianola.
And the basket counts, and it looks like it's actually on, I think it's on Pella. Everyone's moving back to the other side. So basket counts out regardless.
It's a neutral floor foul. So it goes to Indianola. That's on Hansen. Just his second, but the basket does count. Noah Allen, and that was kind of a 50-50, I thought, underneath. I thought both those players got tangled up underneath on the rebound, but Indianola fortunate the whistle did not go against them and give Pella a chance to add to a 2-possession lead.
Naylor with the ball right wing. Tries to go to the hoop, now gets it out to Kingery for 3. Too strong, Wilmot has it, can't quite handle it, and Rowe comes up with it. He has it knocked away, now Naylor has it, he's double teamed. Dre wide open for 3, knocks it down! Today's Raise the Roof moment of the game for the Indians is presented by the Indianola YMCA. No matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect your purpose, potential, and each other at your Indianola YMCA as a Pella shot goes awry and off the hoop again.
Off the
and
top
out of bounds.
Backboard. Yep. And talk about a huge swing. Rowe had the rebound in his hands, and it was either Wilmot or Naylor who knocked it out. Naylor came up with it, found the extra pass to Dre, and that's a huge one, because what if Pella goes down, hits a three? This game isn't over, but it's certainly a huge 3-point or possession deficit. Now Indianola a chance to take the lead.
Glasscock over to Wilmot, top of the key, finds Dre. He's had the hot hand, splits the defense, goes to the hoop, layup is up, no good, and a late whistle will send Braden Dre to the free throw line, and a chance to extend his team leading 16 points.
I'd say hot hand is underestimating it. He's really come in strong here, and I think is kind of been a saving grace for Indianola, you know, on a team where Drew Kingery is going to get the headlines and Charlie Wilmot going to do a lot underneath. Those two have been relatively quiet or close to season average. It's been Dre who's been the hero here and has kept Indianola in this game, and now has tied it.
Indianola at the line is now 6 of 8, including now 4 of 5 in the second half. And a chance to take the lead with just 4.5 to go, in case you missed it. Presented by DeArmond Ford. Back and forth we go, as we have all season long, all past seasons long, all game long. It's what we expect from these two teams. Dre hits them both, and Indianola leapfrogs back out in front on a 5-0 run, 51-50.
My highly unofficial count has 11 lead changes or ties in this game, but I'm probably undercounting it. Although it's been a big series of runs up until, about halfway through the third quarter. Pella had that big run, and then since then, the teeter-totter has been very, very fast as these teams are trading possessions and trading buckets. Halfway through the fourth quarter, here's Elder out to Noah Allen. Allen a hand in his face out to Preston Rowe. Rowe looking for a screen from Carl Miller. Hands it off to Parker Elder. Elder hands it off to Miller. Miller, dribble, drive, kicks it out to Hardman. Long possession here for the Dutch. Indianola defense ramping it up here. Pella, though, I think also being very patient and choosy, and then Rowe throws up a prayer. It's not answered. He wanted the foul, and Kingery comes up with his 5th rebound. Indianola a chance now to extend their lead.
Naylor.
And a shot that's recycled out of bounds as Carl Miller says, "Hello, Mr. Naylor," and it's Indianola ball, but that's a big block there to prevent the momentum bucket.
We saw this last year where Indianola had trouble adjusting to the height and the length of Pella, and we're seeing that this year again too. A lot of blocks inside for the Dutch, but I love that Indianola's staying aggressive on it.
And we say length is a relative term. Once these teams see PC, they're going to see length, but in this game, yes, both teams, I think Pella has a slight edge in terms of size here.
Naylor drives to the hoop again, puts up a right-handed layup, it's up no good, and a skying for the rebound is Hardman.
Up ahead to Carl Miller. Miller over the half-court line. 3:22 remaining. Dutch looking to get back on top, down 51-50 in what has been a fun start to our Little Hawkeye Conference season, and not an uncommon sight that we will see on many floors in South Central Iowa over the next 2.5 months. In the corner, here's Carl Miller, the driller, for three! Yes, Carl Miller, as pure as they come, contested three, and the Dutch back on top.
13 points in the second half for Miller, and it's now a 2-point Pella lead, 53-51. Glasscock has it right wing. Up top finds Dre. Pulls it back out. 2:47 and counting. Glasscock thought about a three, now dribbles right. Naylor, deep three is up and fouled on the shot, and Naylor will go to the line for three after it was short.
That's a huge mistake by Luke Hardman. That shot wasn't going to go in. It was NBA range with his own teammate in front of him, and I'm not sure what Hardman was trying to do there, but that's a young mistake, and that could be a big one here for the Dutch.
I should mention both teams now in the bonus. That was Pella's 8th team foul. Naylor hits the free throw to make it a 1-point game. Naylor is a fantastic free throw shooter. Didn't make it much, or didn't really score much until the fourth quarter when he went 6 of 6 down the stretch to seal that win against North Polk. And makes the first two here to tie the contest at 53, and then 2:43 left to go. Indianola with a chance to take the lead.
I think that's, we're going to play the comparison game when you're trying to make back-to-back titles, but that's where Pella's going to have some problems. I think early in the season, their bench is just not very experienced. Last year, they were a very complete team right out of the gates, right? And here, that's a big mistake. And there's been a couple here by Pella, and credit the Indians. They've taken full advantage and hit some huge shots down the stretch.
McCoy True Value timeout taken on the floor. We'll take our final Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. We've got under 3 minutes to go. Indianola 54, Pella 53. Both teams in the bonus. Pella with 18 fouls, so one away or one foul to give before double bonus. Indianola is at 16 fouls, so both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. And we asked for it. This is what we wanted. I mean, this is exactly what we wanted.
And now it's only one of us that's going to go home with what we really want, but that's okay. For the Indians fans who are watching, they're like, well, what are you talking about? Who is this guy? Andrew, why do you have him on there? Well, when we have both of our teams on the radio station, I drag myself from Pella all the way over here. And yes, I make it known that I do enjoy a Pella win every now and again. And I think the true would be opposite for you, an old sport here to my right, who's still walking it out, by the way.
Rick Wilson, still dancing, which is impressive. But do want to say thanks to Rick Wilson. He's been keeping stats for us. Thanks to Rick. He's been fantastic all season long.
He's thanking you, Rick.
Just thanking Mr. Rick Wilson, my normal broadcast partner. He showed up. He's been here. He's been helping out the broadcast even though he's not on. Pella ball, 2:43 to go, coming down to the wire.
Do have a quick instant radio update presented by Indianola Municipal Utilities, PC 49, Norwalk 39. That one's a good one up on the northern side of Warren County. Here's Noah Allen down by 1. Dribble drive, kicks it out to Carl Miller. Can he do it again? The answer is yes. Carl Miller starting to feel it here. Boy, oh boy, the Indians need a couple of hands in his face, 56-54, as he is really starting to lock in.
And it's good defense by Naylor. It's a hand right in his face as here come the Indians again, down 56-54. Dre has it.
It's what teams feel when they try to guard Drew Kingery most nights, right? There's just a guy who's going to get his points.
Kingery dribbling right, kicks it out. Naylor wide open down low, tried to get it to Wilmot, who couldn't quite handle the pass.
Big
and
one
with
there,
2:02 remaining, Pella has the ball and a 2-point lead.
Just maybe an answer and a making up of the mistake there for Pella. That's just a bad pass. Naylor was open underneath to tie this game, and now the Dutch have a chance to make it 2 possessions, which is critical, it feels like, in this one. Here's Rowe, right side to Noah Allen. Allen gets his dribble going, so resets the 5-second clock here and gets it back out to half court with 1:43 remaining. There's a group of guys in Iowa that know what it takes to win a close game. It's the Dutch, who did so on their run to the state championship. They're looking to do something similar here, drain some clock and get the possessions going. And here's Parker Elder. Elder whips it out to Allen.
Dre nearly had that if he was facing up Allen.
And then he'll end up fouling Allen.
And I don't think that's bad, to be totally honest.
Puts him at the foul line.
Puts him at the foul line, but it saves you time. I know Noah Allen is a fantastic free throw shooter, but I'd rather have him earn it than waste another 30 seconds. And, you know, that's a situation where it's benefited Indianola a lot in the past. Think of the days with Evan Gogger, Quinn Vesey, A.J. Tygo as Allen knocks the free throw where they used to just dribble out the clock with 3-4 minutes remaining. And that's where I think we both want that shot clock coming up this next year,
well,
too.
I don't think the Dutch ever want to be that team, right? Oh, and a fight for the rebound. And a 50-50 whistle on Hansen. Don't like that call. I think they just got to let him battle that one out. But that possession goes, and now Indianola's at the free throw line. A chance to score with the clock stopped here.
Minute 21 to go. Pella leads 57-54. And I don't think anyone with more than 3 on either team.
And it's starting to get a little...
I've lost some fouls in the mess of this contest, but Wilmot will have to earn it.
I think we'd remember it if someone had 4.
And Wilmot makes the first one. Points at a premium with 1:21 remaining.
Well, the second one's big because that will largely prevent Pella, barring a big 3, from taking a 2-possession lead here.
Second one from Wilmot is in. He's got 10 on the night.
Those are a couple of big ones to answer. Now some pressure coming out. And I imagine we might be getting a timeout here.
I'm surprised we hadn't seen that before. Indianola, during their big 29-2 run against North Polk, and I know Pella's a different animal, but ran that 3-quarter court press trap, and that's the first time we've seen it tonight as a McCoy True Value timeout is taken on the floor.
You're listening to Pella High Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com.
And the Indianola broadcast powered by Community First Credit Union on KNIAKRLS.com as well. This is the full timeout taken on the floor. Again, Pella now in the double bonus with 9 team fouls. Or I should say Indianola in the double bonus. And Indianola with just 7 team fouls.
Well, I think Aiden Schneider is just a little too excited by this basketball broadcast. Bedtime's normally 7:30, but apparently he is still awake and listening to Dad and Dad's friend on the radio, 57-56. Hey, I can't blame him. He's just like me, right? He's wired for these great games.
It's Friday night. Live a little, Aiden Schneider, you know. Stay up late.
Well, you tell us that. You want to come over when he wakes up 4 or 5 times because he's been up too late?
Have a cup of milk, you know.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
That's exactly what we do.
We have an Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update and a final in Earlham. Pleasantville 59, Earlham 56.
How about them
Go
Trojans
coming up with a win. Indianola with the press, 1:16 left to go, trailing 57-56.
Well, we'll see how good the Dutch are at handling it here, and now it looks like a little bit of a back-off. One-on-one Kingery trying to beat Allen. That's a good battle. With a minute remaining, Dutch trying to maximize the basketball here. They want to be smart with it.
And Kingery fouls Elder, and you know what? I don't think that's a bad foul.
No.
If I'm Indianola, anytime I see probably, and again, no one's a bad free throw shooter on either team, but I'm going to force Elder or probably Rowe to try and just beat me at the free throw line.
Well, and what I think has to be a little bit of care there for Kingery is the ball was out of Elder's hands, and he'll miss it.
And he misses the free throw.
But it could have been an intentional foul called on Kingery. Now, huge opportunity for the Indians, down by 1.
Under a minute to go. Naylor with the ball, top of the key, trailing by 1. Dre has it, dribbles down low, finds Wilmot, goes up, layup is up and in, and Indianola has the lead. 58-57, 45 seconds to go.
Well, here we go. There's Carl Miller, the guy who Pella wants with the ball in their hands at the end. And he'll put the floater in, and what beautiful touch from Miller as he'll get to 21 points. Indians fans wanted the foul, but Miller didn't touch him. I think it was a bit of a flop. Indianola trying to sell it, and now Indianola with a chance with 24 seconds remaining.
Naylor with the ball, top of the key. Hands it off Dre.
2 for 22 here.
Kingery has it, goes into the lane. Turnaround jumper. Too strong, and Indianola has to foul with 10 seconds to go. And they're going to foul Allen with 8.7 seconds remaining. Pella leading 59-58.
And a big miss there, a huge rebound for the Dutch as Elder comes down with it. Allen, if he can get 2 free throws in, will force the old adage, do you foul or shoot? But the issue here for the Dutch is they need to make these foul shots. And it's 1-1 still. So that's where the low foul count doesn't help either team, as there's no assuredness here. A miss and the Indians can get a layup to win this game.
Allen with a clutch free throw makes it to make it a 2-point game. Now here's the one that guarantees at the least overtime.
Although I think Pella will be wise to possibly foul depending on the time situation here.
And he makes the second 3-point game. McCoy True Value timeout taken on the floor. Pella 61, Indianola 58. And we got to stay right here inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
We'll have plenty to talk about with our coaches after the game.
This has been the game we wanted, the game we expected. Close down to the wire, and it could come down to one final shot. The one thing that's dangerous is fouling. If it's someone in the backcourt, yes, you foul right away. If it's someone in the front court, if I'm Indianola and I see them coming for me, I might even just chuck it up and hope to get fouled on a 3-point shot.
And then give yourself a chance at the foul line to make 3 of them. But 8 seconds remaining. It's not impossible. Indianola has great ball handlers. They've got, at this point, it's got to get to Dre or it's got to get to Kingery, right? Those are your 2 guys outside the perimeter who you're going to have the most trust in. If you're Indianola at this point, it's a matter of who Pella has on them. I know Elder's going to be probably in the face of Kingery. I would imagine that Carl Miller, if it's a man-to-man, is the one who's on Dre. They're 2 best on-ball defenders.
So it'll be interesting to see what Pella does, because a foul is dangerous here, but it can work out massively in your favor in terms of less than 10 seconds to go. Seconds are at a premium. If I'm Indianola, I try to throw the ball down the floor a little bit. 8.7 seconds remaining, and here we go. Kingery will throw it in. Finds Naylor. Dribbling left side, 7 seconds, and he's fouled as he hits half court, and I think that's a good job coming in by Keegan Hansen. That sends Naylor to the free throw line, and now the decision time for Indianola. If you make the first one, do you miss the second and hope for an offensive rebound, or do you make it and hope for a foul?
Well, excellent question.
Naylor's fantastic from the free throw line. 3 of 3 tonight. Makes the first. Decision time. And Coach Ebling's going to talk about it. 61-59, 6.3 seconds to go, and a McCoy True Value timeout taken on the floor.
I think the only issue for Pella on that foul, only 2 seconds came off the clock. It was not a great, I think, it was a good foul in the sense of preventing the 3, sure, but typically when you pull that foul out, Andrew, you want that clock to bleed to 3 or 2 seconds because, to your point now, Indianola has that opportunity. If they miss the second one, they've got 5 seconds to play with. They also have 2 timeouts in their pocket. Again, situational basketball, it's not hard because if they go down there with 3 seconds left and hit the 3, then yeah, of course you look like a moron, but Indians have a little bit of an opportunity to control their destiny here.
I take the points and I foul Pella because there's still 6.3 seconds to go. If I'm Naylor, I'm trying to make
it's different if it's under 3 seconds, right?
If I'm Naylor and if I'm Coach Ebling, we'll see. But I take the points here and try and make it a 1-point game and force Pella to get it back to a 3-point lead at the free throw line. Naylor with the free throw. Makes it. Pella has to throw it in now. Clock stopped at 6.3.
Well, the ball is in the center of the floor here. It rolled away. No team wanted to get the delay called on him, so Pella will get it underneath the hoop. 61-60, so the Dutch still have to get it in here. That's going to be the real key. And they just got one timeout left. And they've got Pogo Parker up ahead.
And they foul Hansen, Elder, and it's a tough foul.
And that should in a lot of games, that's called an intentional foul, and I think that was the brief discussion there. I think that's what Coach Schulte wants, too.
4.4 seconds remaining, and Elder will have to earn both at the free throw line to make it back to a 3-point game, and Coach Ebling will call his second to last timeout. 61-60, 4.4 seconds to go. Pella leads by 1, and Parker Elder at the free throw line. If he hits both, we're right where we were 6-7 seconds to go.
It just took us a long time to get there.
He misses one, and that's where things start to get really interesting, because then it comes down to one shot for either the tie or the win, and I'm always a fan of going for the win in that situation, but that's just me.
Well, easier said than done. That's why three-pointers are, 35%. It's your percentage, right? You take a shot that might be 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. The key here for Pella is hitting your foul shots, right? That's what they did down the stretch last year. The reason why they were the Little Hawkeye Conference champions and state champions, Swadner, is they hit their foul shots. I know it sounds elementary. They played good defense and hit some threes along the way. But when the game came down to the line at the state tournament, the Dutch were the best in Class 3A at the situational basketball.
And I will say, Indianola 9 of 9 in the fourth quarter at the free throw line,
They've done their job, too.
Probably saving them. Pella is 4 of 5.
Well, here we go.
Elder at the free throw line. Pella staying back. 4.4 seconds remaining. He will get 2 shots no matter what. First one for Elder. Rattles home.
Big one for the Dutch. That at least forces Indianola to have to take a 3 to get the win.
A make here, and the worst Pella can do is overtime. A miss, and Indianola has 4.4 to make something happen. Elder with the free throw. Rattles home. 3-point lead for Indianola. They get it to Naylor. 3 seconds. Into the corner. Glasscock for the tie. No good. He had to double clutch, and Pella earns a win on the road. 63-60 in Little Hawkeye Conference play. What a contest. What a game. And execution down the stretch for the Little Dutch makes the win.
Well,
Call him the Little Dutch again.
And I don't want to talk too much about what happened last year, Swadner, but when you win a championship, you learn something, right? And I know it's not the same team, but there are some guys who have won the biggest of the big and had to do this to do that. The second time these teams play, I wouldn't feel too comfortable. I think we'll have something similar. It was Pella who just made enough free throws down the stretch. They got the key rebounds, and they took advantage of some of those mistakes late. I think these two teams are very evenly matched, and we have maybe one of the 2 Little Hawkeye Conference champions we'll be talking about at the end of February, who we just saw play to a 3-point game.
Another fantastic game goes down to the wire. Post-game coverage coming up after this on KNIA-KRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube. Pella 63, Indianola 60. Back after this.
Small town diner. So what exactly are you looking for? Great service and great food at a great value. Try Krause Cafe in Indianola. The wait staff is the best in the area, making you feel right at home from the time you walk in. Krause Cafe's hot roast beef sandwich is award-winning, and their homemade cherry pie has been voted best in Indianola and has been featured in several magazines and travel books. So great service, check. Great food at a great value, check. Fill up at Warren County Small Town Diner, Krause Cafe in Indianola.
Are you prepared for the cold weather ahead? If not, you better take your vehicle to Keller's. Keller's Garage in Indianola can get your vehicle ready for the cold months ahead by making sure your heater is performing at its best. And don't forget about your tires. Keller's Garage can check the tread on your tires to make sure you're not left slipping and sliding this fall when Mother Nature shows up. Make sure you're prepared this fall by simply taking it to Keller's Garage in Indianola.
Hi, this is Chad Keller with Keller's Garage in Indianola, Iowa. I'd like to take time to thank everyone that trusts us to work on their vehicles, and for simply taking it to Keller's.
First Credit Union has an auto loan special that will put you in the driver's seat. We offer excellent rates and a quick, easy pre-approval process. You can even apply online. So whether you're buying a new or used car, we'll have you saying, keys please, with a vehicle loan from C First, where together is better. Stop in or apply at c1stcu.com. Subject to credit approval and program qualifications, this credit union is federally insured by the NCUA.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
'Tis the season of giving, and Pella Motors has gifts for you. Don't make any payments until February. Plus, we have your gas covered through the end of the year. In addition, take $14,000 off a brand new Ram 1500, $4,250 off Buick Enclave. And at Pella Motors, this month, all veterans receive an additional $1,000 off any brand new vehicle. Stop in or see us online at PellaMotors.com.
If you are looking for some fantastic pork tenderloin, Wood Iron Grill has now joined the Tenderloin Trail 2.0. The Tenderloin Trail 2.0 passport is now available. Don't wait, get started today. You can get the passport by going to the website iowapork.org/Tenderloin Trail. Get the passport from participating restaurants or stop by the IPPA office to pick up the passport. Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa, home to one of the stops on the Tenderloin Trail 2.0.
Details Plus Collision Center is Indianola's first choice for auto body and collision repair, winning numerous Best of Warren County awards. Details Plus will work with your insurance company, provides a fast turnaround, and all work is guaranteed. From dings to dents to complete totals, they do it all. Looking to upgrade your truck with a spray-on truck liner or a tonneau cover from Access Covers? They can help with that too. When you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
Start a tradition today with Gardner Collier Jewelry. Birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries. Life is filled with breathtaking moments, and when those moments come, we want to make them remembered forever with fine jewelry from Gardner Collier, where the area's largest selection of fine jewelry is now on sale. Choose Gardner Collier Jewelry, Quincy Place at Tumwa and Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa, where the area's largest selection of fine jewelry is now on sale.
Welcome to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. Pella defeats Indianola in opener of Little Hawkeye Conference play. 63-60. Pella salvages the split. Indianola falls to 1-1. Pella advances to 2-0. He's Andrew Schneider. I'm Andrew Swadner. And Andrew, exactly what we wanted. And that's exactly what we got. A close game that came down to the final shot.
Yeah, and I think you saw a possible preview of the two potential Little Hawkeye Conference champions. DCG running all over Oskaloosa, I think, will kind of be the other team. Pella Christian right now, an IMU Instant Radio update, up 55-51 with a minute left. PC with the ball. It was a final score, Dallas Center Grimes 78-51. So when we talk about the hierarchy of the conference, there's, I think, a top four and a bottom four. Norwalk's probably fifth, in bridging that gap, or PC, depending, I guess, on who wins that game. But you saw two teams who are very similar. You saw two teams who have elite scorers in Kingery and Miller and Allen. And then tonight, very much so, Braden Dre, I think, kind of saving the bacon here for Indianola in that sense. But it's what we wanted. I don't have the official tally, but there were so many lead changes in that third and fourth quarter that I think really turned the game on its head. But it was Pella who made the bigger plays down the stretch.
Yeah.
Indianola had a couple, and that kept Pella, I think, from pulling it away. I think that's the one thing is that Pella has some comfort in. I felt like Pella had chances to pull away. It was Indianola who wrestled it right back.
All right, we'll take a short time out. Head coach Jeff Ebling joining us after this on the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio post-game show, and we'll be back. Again, Pella defeats Indianola 63-60.
Hi, this is Dave Hopkins, owner of Hopkins Roofing. Our company has been earning the trust of customers in Pella and Central Iowa for more than 50 years. We're excited to be a part of the Pella and Pella Christian sports broadcasts, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to earn your trust for your next roofing project. Whether you're building a new home or re-roofing your current one, or if you own any type of commercial building, we have a solution. Check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com and let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good.
Van Haften Plumbing and Heating is a Dave Lennox premier dealer, serving Pella, Knoxville, and the entire Marion County area. Sure, they're based in Pella, but they've been serving customers in Knoxville and Marion County since 1949, longer than any other Dave Lennox dealer. And they don't charge a trip charge anywhere in Marion County. You can look up their phone number online in your favorite search engine. And then for any plumbing or heating and cooling project, rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften.
Welcome back to post-game coverage, Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio post-game show. Back to local high school basketball coverage on KNIA, talking with head coach Jeff Ebling. Coach, Indians fall 63-60, two very evenly matched teams, and it just comes down to execution in the fourth quarter, and it looks like Pella just maybe had a little bit tonight, hit the shots down the stretch that they needed to.
Yeah, it's just kind of the way the basketball bounced there. We had a couple good looks, rim out there about mid-fourth quarter, and two good looks, rim out, and all of a sudden you lose by three, kind of haunts you. But you got to give Pella credit. Coach Schulte, those boys play hard for him. And, Miller hitting that three in the corner, I thought our defense was perfect. Cooper Naylor's hand was right there, and he hit the shot. And, Parker Elder hitting those free throws, being up one, that puts a little pressure on them too. So you got to give them credit. They finished off, but like I told the boys, this conference, it's tough. Any given night, any team can win. And we know that, one loss isn't going to make or break, the conference race here, but we got to make sure we shore it up because, we got a very good team coming in next Friday as well.
Well, fouling behind early and then making another run to take the lead, that's happened 2 games in a row now for the Indians, and I know that's not what you want to see, but what wasn't working in those first couple minutes and that the Indians got turned around?
Well, when we called timeout, our shot selection wasn't the best. We were taking, kind of almost forcing threes, not letting it kind of happen. We were kind of settling for the outside jumper instead of trying to get to the paint and then maybe kick out and catch him for a jumper. Once we called that timeout, we kind of adjusted a little bit, made a little run, got back into it. And, then after that, it was just back and forth. It was, someone make a run, someone make another run right back. And, it's just 2 very, very good little Hawkeye basketball teams. And, we just didn't make enough plays down the stretch to get it. But like I said, our boys didn't quit. We had some opportunities. And, we just didn't get that job done tonight. But, you got to learn from it and you got to move on because, that's what we do in the game of basketball.
Well, absolutely. Pella's defense might be some of the toughest you'll face, not only in the conference, but all season. Talk about the kind of difficulties that is scoring against a team like Pella. I know most of the points in that fourth quarter had to come at the free throw line just because you had to go to the rim and kind of force that contact.
We did. And, there's a few things that we thought maybe, didn't get called. And that always happens. I'm sure we fouled on the other end, too. I know a couple times we did foul and they didn't call it. But, that's just how it balances out. We had our chances. And, I thought we had some good looks there. I told the boys, 4.4 seconds to get the ball up the side, and, to get the ball to Casey there in the corner. But the Pella kid made a great play on the closeout. It was a wide open look, and all of a sudden that kid came out of nowhere and kind of disrupted it. And, it's just the way it works out. And, our boys, they're disappointed, but they understand that, you got to learn from this. Be set tonight, tomorrow. Get up. It's a new day. We got to get ready for next Friday, and they're going to get a couple of days off here. Kind of heal up a little bit, and then Monday we'll get back after it in practice. So hopefully, we'll get that win next Friday.
Well, how do you want to approach this, knowing that hey, we have an extra 4 days of practice? I mean, depending on how you want to approach the weekend, but an extra couple days of practice that probably aren't going to be able to be seen later on in the season, so you need to take advantage of them now. what do you want to improve upon between now and Pella Christian on Friday?
Well, just little things. Our passing detail, jump stops, catching the ball in traffic, just little fundamental things that sometimes get overlooked in a practice. And I told the boys, hey, I need to do a better job of holding us accountable and making sure we're constantly hammering those drills and making sure that you're doing it the right way, because all the little things add up. That first week, especially, new system, things like that, getting with the kids. You've got 2 weeks to really put everything in before you start playing, and then you're in game season. So, we're going to use the Monday, maybe a little bit of Tuesday to really kind of focus on us, what we need to work on. And then, Wednesday, we got to start prepping for Pella Christian on Friday night.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about last question before we let you go is bench scoring. I thought Bennett Brick had a fantastic game off the bench. He had 9. Brady Blake with 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Heimbaugh with 3 points as well. And, that doesn't fill up the stat sheet that much, but those guys came in and played minutes when you needed them to, especially in that second and third quarter.
They did. And, Brady kind of backs up Chuck there a little bit at the 5. And, he does a good job for us. That's not his normal position, but, he's a big physical kid, and he's also one just like Charlie that you can step out in the corner. He can also hit the outside shot. So, we're still trying to work with those 5s, trying to get him in that flow of the offense, how we want him to work. But I thought he played extremely well. His middle drive was great. Bennett has been, phenomenal. He's given us a little spark here and there, and hit that 3 at the top of the key and things like that. So I thought he, did a fantastic job giving us some minutes off the bench when some guys might have been struggling a little bit. And then Dakota, it was his defense. He caused a lot of havoc out there just by, reaching in, getting a hand on some balls and getting us some turnovers and things like that. So, they're all contributing in a positive way. And, like I tell the boys, I'm still learning from you guys. This is the first time I've had all 8, we're really only 3 weeks in to have all 8 of you playing significant minutes. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to get the rotations down, things like that. But, I think so far, they've done fairly well, and we can adjust how we do things. We're learning more about these guys as we go, and we're doing that as a staff. And next Friday, we'll be ready to rock and roll again.
Appreciate your time, Coach, and we'll see you next Friday here against Pella Christian.
Anytime. Thank you.
We'll have more after this on KNIA and the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show.
Dedication to consistently provide quality products and customer service. The employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we are proud to be your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. Hi, I'm Denise Hyatt, and I'm accepting new patients. As a Knoxville native, I am proud to be part of the exceptional medical team at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. As a nurse practitioner, my scope of care involves treatment of illnesses and injuries, health screenings and tests, physical exams, preventative care, and other health care needs. To schedule an appointment with me at the Knoxville Hospital Clinic, call 641-842-7211.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
At Pella Fiber, you're more than just a number. You're a neighbor, a friend, a family member. You are what makes Pella a great place to live, work, and play. And Pella Fiber is dedicated to bringing you the connections you need to live life to its fullest. So while big telecommunications companies see you as just another number on a profit statement, you'll always be much more to us. Pella Fiber, neighbors, not numbers. Join us at PellaFiber.com and connect to what really matters.
And we're back inside the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show on KNIA, CableS.com. It's our continuing coverage of Pella High School basketball with head coach Derek Schulte following the team 63-60 win over Indianola. Coach, this rivalry that has been built between these two teams, I think neither team has beat each other by more than 7 points since you've been here. It's been back and forth, and it was as advertised. Your guys, though, executing down the stretch at the foul line and making some critical shots. Your thoughts about a big win to kick off the conference season against one of the contenders for the league title?
Yeah, that's an excellent road win for us. Give Indianola a ton of credit. They're a very difficult team to match up with. They got great guard play. They really move the basketball and bring some great athleticism to the floor. Was just really proud of our guys' response. I thought this was a game of runs. We won that first quarter and played extremely well and got off to a great start. Indianola just outplayed us in that second quarter, right, and sort of turned the tables on us. And for us to come out and respond, the first 4 minutes of that third quarter was a critical part of this game. And then, as you mentioned, Andrew, our execution down the stretch was really good. We got the right guys' shots, and they came through for us.
Well, and you mentioned that first quarter, and it felt like early you had some momentum going. Noah really scoring most of those points. He scored 11 of his 25 in that first quarter. And then from there, Indianola was able to get their transition game going a little bit. A few turnovers on your side of the ball, and I know you value the basketball so much. How critical was it for your guys to be able to protect the ball? It felt like that's when you were up tonight.
Yeah, Indianola is best in transition, probably similar to us, and they are a great team at turning turnovers into points, and so that was a point of emphasis. They still turned us over 14 times, which is more than what we want, but for the most part, we were able to eliminate just those simple run-outs that got them layups and got them on a big run against North Polk earlier this week, and so that was a key for us. And the other piece was on the offensive end, our spacing and shot selection. In that first quarter, we really moved the ball. We finished off 2 feet in the paint strong. I think Noah did a great job finishing down there in terms of his 2-point coverage, and then Carl Miller was the closer tonight, right, and just came up with big plays down the stretch. And when we're able to execute and sort of run set plays and get him the ball in key spots, he's a guy we want shooting that.
Well, and we talked a lot about preseason, your depth, and how that's going to be a growing thing. And tonight, you really had to lean on those big three, so to speak, your three returners, Carl, Parker, and Noah from the state tournament team. They played the part. It felt like your bench at times was playing hard, no doubt, but it felt like at times a little bit overmatched. Your thoughts about the things that they needed to learn down the stretch, because it felt like, and we're not trying to pick on them, but when there were miscues and those mistakes, those are some of the guys making them. And I imagine down the stretch there's some good learning opportunities from tonight.
Yeah, no, for all three of those guys, it's their first big environment, big road game in the conference, and so it's learning. But, what's fun to see is you look out there, Luke Hardman has 4 points, 4 rebounds, and so not perfect, but made an impact in that way. Chase Lauman, 4 boards, 2 offensive, right? And so how can they add to this mix, and I think that will continue to grow. And then, I want to take for granted what Parker did tonight. Parker was great defensively, on a tremendous athlete, a D1 player, and made everything tough there, but played a good floor game, had 5 assists, had 5 rebounds, and so did a lot of those things, and 2 clutch free throws down the stretch.
Well, yeah, those 2 free throws right with 4 seconds remaining. You end up hanging on to win. And, again, I don't want to lean too much on what happened last year, but how much does that experience, do you think, help you in a game like this, knowing that these guys have been on the biggest stage, had to play close games, had to hit free throws at Wells Fargo Arena? I know this is a different environment, different season, but it felt like for Noah and Parker and Carl in particular, they know what it takes to have that big game experience, and it came through and was ultimately the difference.
I was impressed with our poise tonight because there was a couple times where Indianola stretched it out to 4 or 5 point lead, and we stayed under control, responded after a timeout, would get a basket and go down and get a stop and make our run. And give those leaders credit, because every year you have new leaders, and that's one of the things we're looking at is how do these guys lead. Tonight was a great first step for us.
So this is a big win. You got a big road win on Tuesday against North Polk, a team that really ground you out, 18 points in the first half. You're able to respond, and 2-0 isn't perfect or pretty, but you're 2-0. You have a conference win, and you're finally home to kick off your home season Tuesday, which I know you're excited for that environment and crowd. How critical is it to be 2-0, to have those wins, and to have some confidence here early in the season to build on, knowing that there are more winnable games and some home games coming up on the stretch run?
Yeah, we knew tonight, hey, there's 2 really good basketball teams, top 10 type teams that are battling. We need to learn either way, and that was our mindset coming in. We obviously wanted to win it, and we're fortunate we get to learn from that piece. But Indianola, they're going to make adjustments too, and so we don't want to, overemphasize the 2-0 start because it's more about where we're at the end of the year. But there's no doubt starting off the conference season with a victory on the road at Indianola is a great start for us. We just want to make sure that we have that growth mindset heading into next week because we got 2 more good ones coming.
Well, on Tuesday, you're finally home. Washington, my alma mater. A year ago, you really handled what ended up being a pretty quality Class 3A team that pushed Grinnell to the stretch in your same postseason bracket. They've got some key returners back. Your thoughts about the Demons at home and just the thoughts of finally being able to celebrate your championship in front of your home basketball crowd. That's got to be really special.
Hey, we're excited to play in front of our crowd and play our first home game, so that's always fun. Washington, ton of respect for. Last year we played off the charts good down at their place and really got off to a great start. They got 2 really good players back. They're the best team in that league down there as a favorite to win it, and so it's a good non-conference test for us again, and look forward to getting into film and scouting them a little bit more and learning to see what their tendencies are this year.
That's head coach Derek Schulte of the Pella basketball team following a thrilling win over Indianola to start the conference season. Coach, really excited to see your guys finally for the first time since the stretch playoff run a year ago, and looking forward to see them right away on Tuesday at home. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Andrew, as always.
And we'll have more coming up after this. You're listening to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show on KNIA KRLS.
Sporting goods companies are facing challenging times with many suppliers carrying little product and offering slow delivery. At BSN Sports, we stand ready to change the fundamentals of our industry. We carry all the top brands that you demand with uniforms, practice and travel gear, and field and facility equipment. We stock our own inventory and decorate in-house, leading to faster delivery. I'm Phil Hemming with BSN Sports, and I'd love the chance to work with your school or team. Give me a call at 620-8337, and let's get started today.
Planting 1,000 trees on our cattle farm to block the breeze? It makes for good neighbor relations, and my numbers were good. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
A revolutionary roll-on butter product that takes the mess out of corn on the cob. Makes sense, right? My business plan and numbers are solid. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
Stop by your local Bank Iowa or visit us online at bankiowa.bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. All loans are subject to approval.
Question: who's Indianola's largest internet provider? The answer? IMU Fiber. IMU Fiber has signed up almost 3,000 customers in the last 3 years for their fast, reliable internet service. Give them a call and a local person will answer any questions you may have about their second-to-none service. Fewer slowdowns, fewer interruptions, and inside of more homes in Indianola than any other internet provider. That's IMU Fiber. Bringing hometown values to broadband services, IMU Fiber is here for you now and forever.
Accidents can happen every day and to anyone, from first-time drivers to drivers who have spent their life on the road. Don't let an accident ruin your day. Smith's Collision Center in Indianola is prepared to help you whenever an accident may occur and is ready to get you back on the road in no time. If you have been in an accident and need your vehicle repaired, take it to Smith's Collision Center, located at 710 East 2nd Avenue in Indianola, and let Jeff and his crew do it right for you. Smith's Collision Center, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics.
Pella Printing recognizes each job is a unique and important part of your organization's brand image. By being flexible and reacting quickly, they've earned a first-class reputation in the printing industry and offer a broad assortment of quality printed products with speed and precision. From business cards to postcards, window clings to magnetic media, and banners, posters, window graphics, and yard signs, Pella Printing provides a unique and professional look to any project. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Burduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show. Again, let's go talk about our DeArmond Ford Radio key play and player of the game. My key play, again, as it was on Monday, has to be the Cooper Naylor free throws down the stretch. Last week he was 6 of 6 down the stretch in the Indianola win over North Polk, and tonight he was 5 of 5, all in the fourth quarter to keep Indianola in it, including 3 in a row when Indianola was down by, I believe, 4 or 5 at that point. I think it was 4 on a three-point bucket where he was fouled, made all 3 at the foul line. So that's my key play, is those free throws from Cooper Naylor. And my key player has to be Braden Dre. Came up big, ended up getting with 18 points for his second performance as an Indian, now averaging 15 on the season. That's a DeArmond Ford key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com.
And your McCall Monument Monumental Radio play and player of the game for the Dutch, the play of the game, Carl Miller. That contested baseline jumper after he made back-to-back threes. He had a huge fourth quarter, did Carl Miller, the driller, as he ended up scoring 11 of his 21 points down the stretch, including that contested jumper that gave Pella a 3-point lead, forced Indianola into having to go back and forth. And then our player of the game is the Red Rocket, Noah Allen, 25 points, and he hit 4 of his 5 free throws down the stretch, along with 2 from Parker Elder to ice it with under 4 seconds remaining. Great game, great players of the game, presented by McCall Monument. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own memorial, trust the area's leading monument designer and installer, McCall Monument, on Old Highway 163 west in Pella.
Final stats and more coming up on the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show on KNIAKRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Colder temperatures will be here before you know it. Are you prepared? Get your furnace checked today by the professionals at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Don't get stuck in the cold. Call Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola, for a quality heating service call or new furnace today. Joe and his crew will get you taken care of, so whatever happens outside, you know you have that quality warmth inside. Call Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today and make sure you're not left in the cold.
The holiday season is upon us, and with that comes the fun of decorating. McCoy True Value in Indianola has all the holiday decorations you're looking for, from trees to lights and their wide variety of holiday ornaments. McCoy True Value has what you need to make this holiday season a little more festive. And don't forget about the extra supplies like extension cords, exterior lights, and if you're like me, the smoke detectors when your family dinner goes wrong. When it comes to the holidays, McCoy True Value in Indianola has you covered. McCoy True Value, service with heart.
At Vision for Less, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives start under $80. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. We've got glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
We have to find a funzo for Taryn for Christmas.
This is the 5th mall today. We've been looking everywhere.
Can I help you?
Please tell me you have a funzo.
We've been sold out for weeks.
Anything I can help you with?
Any chance you have a funzo in stock?
It's your lucky day. We have 1 left.
Yes!
You've been relentless with this funzo, just like Brand Appeal's been relentless in developing new and original concepts for our company's rebranding initiative.
For branding, print, web, interactive, and video, get Brand Appeal. Relentless for you.
I'm Kathy, and this is my Kinetic Edge story. I came to Kinetic Edge after having pain and many movement issues. They took the time to evaluate my problems. They really listened to me and wanted to help me get back to living a pain-free life. I would recommend Kinetic Edge 10 out of 10. I have seen functional improvement in my entire well-being, both mental and physical, and I'm enjoying life again. If you have pain and movement issues like I did, you should call Kinetic Edge 2, 621-0230.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
There's a 4-day Hy-Vee baking sale this Thursday through Sunday at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vee stores to help you get ready for the holidays. Select varieties of Hy-Vee baking chips are 4 for $5. Select varieties of Skippy peanut butter are $2.99 each. Select varieties of Hy-Vee butter are 2 for $5. A dozen Hy-Vee grade A large eggs is just 99 cents. And select varieties of Hy-Vee powdered or brown sugar are only $1.48 for a 2-pound package. Stop in this Thursday through Sunday for the 4-day baking sale at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
Start a tradition today with Gardner Collier Jewelry. Birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries. Life is filled with breathtaking moments, and when those moments come, we want to make them remembered forever with fine jewelry from Gardner Collier, where the area's largest selection of fine jewelry is now on sale. Choose Gardner Collier Jewelry, Quincy Place at Tumwa and Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa, where the area's largest selection of fine jewelry is now on sale.
Welcome back to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio post-game show. Indianola falls to Pella 63-60, Little Hawkeye Conference play. Let's talk about tonight's final stats presented by Verduff Agency. And for Indianola, Braden Dre leads the way with 18 points. Cooper Naylor had 7, including 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and Charlie Wilmot with 12 points for the Indians.
For the Dutch, it was 25 for Noah Allen as he leads the way. Carl Miller with 21. Parker Elder finishes with 9 for Pella, including the final 2 critical ones that forced the wild three-pointer as time was expiring. Those are your final stats presented by the Verduff Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. Do you want to take a look at the road ahead for the Dutch, presented by PellaMotors.com, and that takes us to Tuesday. It'll be a 31st birthday bash for yours truly as I'm able to see my old high school come to town, the Dutch looking to dominate Washington as they did a year ago. It's our home opening doubleheader live on 92.1 KRLS, KNIAKRLS.com, and Pella Dutch Live with myself, and I believe it's the split of John Holterhouse and Phil Hemming on the road ahead. Presented by PellaMotors.com, where you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee.
More on the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show after this on KNIAKRLS.com and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Time shared in the song sung. Life is lived best in motion, ready for any adventure and facing every turn head on. Downey Tire Pros will help keep you on the road with a full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. With Downey Tire Pros by your side, you can continue to explore the unfamiliar. That's our promise to you. Visit us online today. Downey Tire Pros, we're more than just tires.
The game is about to start, and the guests are about to arrive. Did you forget about the food? Don't worry. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola has you covered. Stop into one of their 2 Indianola locations at 1201 North Jefferson Way or 2001 West 2nd Avenue and carry out one of your favorite Godfather's famous pizzas or have it delivered. The Godfather Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m., Friday through Sundays. Get a great Godfather's Pizza at a great price. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a reputation of quality and excellence for providing indoor and outdoor signs in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and acrylic. We also produce banners for businesses and events, as well as car wraps to stand out and bring your promotional needs to life. We will work with any budget by offering a variety of price points and material options to bring you the best value. And Pella Engraving and Sign prides ourselves on meeting exacting standards and quick turnaround times. Learn more at PellaEngraving.com.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Service Manager Doug Gillum says that he loves being tasked with taking care of Vermeer customers.
I wanted a place that I could go and not only find a job, but to create a career. Someplace that I enjoyed working and enjoyed coming to work at. We work with customers day in and day out, and just the satisfaction of being able to help the customer and keep them up and running with the machines that they use.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting Vermeer.com/careers.
Over the past few months, Pella Real Estate Services has been sharing real stories of real people saving real money by selling their home using the Prez Listing Advantage.
They saved $6,570.
These sellers saved $900.
They saved $2,550.
Why pay a 6% commission when you can save thousands of dollars, just like many others have, using the Prez Listing Advantage? Call 628-1BUY to list your home with Pella Real Estate Services.
The City of Pella wants to remind residents about the snow ordinance and snow removal policies. You are asked to remove vehicles from the street whenever it snows, as it makes the process of removal much easier for plow operators. If a snow emergency is declared and you leave your vehicle on the street, you could be fined or have your vehicle towed. Notification of the snow ordinance will be announced on KNIA KRLS. Also remember that during or after a snowfall, it is unlawful to blow or push your snow on any street or public right-of-way. This message has been brought to you by the City of Pella.
And welcome back to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show. Scores from around the Little Hawkeye Conference. Boys action. Pella takes down Indianola 63-60. Pella Christian takes down Norwalk 61-56.
Dallas Center Grimes all over Oskaloosa 78-51. And I think the surprising score of the night, it got close. Newton 59, Grinnell 57. The Tigers not returning a lot. The Cardinals have most of last year's teams back, but the Tigers an early showing there that they may be quite the hard out here in the Little Hawkeye Conference. So early indications are Pella Indianola, Pella Christian, and Norwalk or
DCG.
DCG. Those are the 5 teams I think that are going to be hunting for the conference title. Those top 3, Indianola, Pella, DCG, still feel like the favorites to me, but Pella Christian, boy, we're going to see him here in a week's time.
We'll see.
That 6'9" Eric Mulder, 6'7" Nico Schurz, and they've got 6'4" guards. PC is going to be a really tough out.
All right, one final break, then I'll wrap up the broadcast on the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show.
We are inspired by compassion. We believe in treating everyone who comes through our doors with the same dignity and respect we would want to receive. Let our compassion and support be the inspiration you need to find the care that you deserve. Choose Pella Regional Health Center and experience inspired care for yourself. Visit us at pellahealth.org.
At Z's Eatery and Draft House in Indianola, they take pride in the quality of meat used for each and every meal. That's why they use local meat to make sure the food delivered to your table is the best you could have ordered, and a big reason why Z's Eatery and Draft House has been recognized for one of the best tenderloins in Iowa. Stop in today and try one of the best tenderloins in Iowa and some of the best food in Indianola. Z's Eatery and Draft House. Great taste and good times. Proud supporters of Indianola High School athletics. There's more to a dealership than just sales and service. At Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola, their experienced parts department has all the high-quality factory parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly, even when the cold weather comes. And if you're in the market for a new or used Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram car, SUV, or pickup, their top-notch finance department has you covered and can get you out on the road in the vehicle you're looking for quickly and smoothly. From parts and service to financing on your next ride, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola. These days, everything seems to be newer, bigger, faster, and sometimes tastier. Despite all the enhancements, changes, and upgrades, nothing beats the classics. That's why Houston's on Main and Milo is inviting you to their Chicken Fried Wednesdays. Wednesday evenings, enjoy an old-fashioned country chicken fried chicken or chicken fried steak with homemade mashed potatoes and gravy for just $9.99. Oh, and did I mention Wednesdays is also Kids Night? So bring the whole family down to Houston's on Main and Milo and get a taste of one of the classics.
Thank you again for keeping us strong and growing. From our family here at Houston's, the home of Milo's best wood oven pizza.
Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
One final time back for the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show. Indianola boys fall to Pella 63-60 to open Little Hawkeye Conference play. Andrew Schnatter, any final thoughts on the matchup tonight? We got exactly what we thought going in.
Well, I thought the girls' scores that we saw tonight, including this one, have firmly established who is in and who is not in the Little Hawkeye. I think Norwalk and Pella will be battling for fourth behind Indianola, DCG, and Grinnell, who all won big and huge tonight. I think in the boys' side, we learned that Indianola and Pella are very evenly matched teams with very similar talent levels. The dunks of Kingery and Parker, we didn't see Elder tonight get a big slam, but Kingery kind of held in check. But we saw Dre emerge. Noah Allen and Carl Miller, two of the best three-point shooters in Iowa, had some huge shots down the stretch. This conference is going to be far from decided. I still firmly believe the conference champion. Maybe I'll refine it a little bit, maybe 3 losses or 4 losses, but I think that there will be Pella's not going undefeated this season, and I love Pella, and Indianola is obviously not going to go undefeated, but they aren't not going to go down after this loss. And, I look at the 8 schools there in the Little Hawkeye Conference. I still feel like 5 or 6 of them are excellent basketball teams on the boys' side. I think there's 3 elite teams. We saw 2 of them here tonight.
All right, that wraps up the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. Indianola next playing Friday versus Pella Christian. Pella back on the air Tuesday against Washington in a little Hawkeye Conference bye. That wraps up tonight's broadcast. Thanks to Kathy back at the studio for making sure we're on the air and sounding good. Thanks to Andrew Schneider, Old Sport Rick Wilson, and myself, Andrew Swadner. And we'll be back for more Indianola Pella Sports on the one to count on KNIA KRLS.
KNIA and KRLS, streaming at KNIAKRLS.com and on your free KNIA and KRLS mobile apps. Check out the full broadcast and stream schedule for our area high school basketball teams at KNIAKRLS.com by clicking on the live radio sports guide in the sports section. Thanks again for tuning in. The one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA.